Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the preview of the H&H seasonal opener sale here at Buxton Pavilion Gardens, with the sale due tomorrow on February the 12th. We've got some really interesting lots in the sale and genuinely something for everybody. Everything from the very old, which I'll show you, all the way to the very new-ish. But we always keep classic, obviously. Let's take you around the sale and see what we've got. So the first thing I wanted to show you in this sale, we've got a few of them admittedly, Porsche 911s, is this 996 Carrera 4 from 1999. The reason why it's special is that this car has only done 12,500 miles from new, and with only two owners. The current owner has only owned it has owned it all the way from 2002 as well. The car's immaculate. I said very new earlier when I introduced what we're doing here today. I think this is about as new as you're going to get for one of these. It's surely a near one-off with the mileage. So for many of you, this is probably going to be the absolute star of the show at the auction tomorrow. This is a beautiful Aston Martin V8 Volante. This particular example has only covered 49,000 miles from new, and it was owned previously by a chairman of the Aston Martin Owners Club. It's received around £8,000 worth of expenditure in the last couple of years with the current owner, which is basically it's been improved and it's been loved and used, and now it's ready to find a new home. It's got an absolutely gorgeous interior, and it's gorgeous in its original green over the tan leather interior as well. And I don't think you can really get a better car for your money in terms of something that you could take to somewhere like Monaco, for example, with the roof down. I mean, you'll certainly make an impression with it. And for many more of you, this will be the absolute star of the show. So this is a Riley Brooklands. For those of you who don't know, these were one of the proper racing Rileys from the period. This particular example is from 1930, and as you can see, it's been in a project form for quite some time. Unfortunately, the current owner, Mr. Scholes, who many of you, if you're in the Riley register, will know, passed away a little while ago, and as a result we've been asked to sell some of his cars. It's pretty much there. So we've had a look through everything. It's got an original chassis plate with it. We have had a look at the body as well. Most of it is there. It's going to be a project for somebody, but it's not going to take too much, we don't think. And it's also got a proper Riley 9 engine with it as well. So it could be something very interesting. Just lift the cowl for you so you can have a look at that engine. As you can see, all there with its twin SU carburetors. It's going to be more than a couple of weekends' work perhaps, but it's still a very exciting project, and we've had a lot of interest in it so far. So for those of you who like something a little bit more luxurious than a Riley Brooklands racing car, perhaps a Rolls-Royce or a Bentley will be your thing. This car is a 1954 Bentley R-Type. And I've chosen to show you it today because it's really lovely and original. The car has an automatic transmission, and it's been very well looked after, very well cared for. Often with these R-Types and Mark 6s, because of the values of them in recent years, they can fall victim to not having the best amount of repair work done. But this one, however, is absolutely lovely. I mean, I'll tell you what I'll show you. Have a look at that original interior. You just cannot replicate that original Connolly hide that they use nowadays. The other one that I wanted to show you is this Rolls-Royce 2530. Londelette bodied, and the coach lines in it are exquisite. So it's been subject to an awful amount of restoration. The chap bought it from, I believe it was Ghost Motors down in my neck of the woods, actually, in Sevenoaks. And it's not often that we see them in this good a condition. I've had a quick drive in this car outside, and it really, really does drive well. So the gearbox is lovely, the clutch is very good. You can turn the throttle right the way down to closed, and it will sit there idling pretty much silently. If you want something which is basically a baby Phantom, or something that's not quite as big as a Phantom, because Phantoms are big, this might be for you. And you can sit in the back of it and have your driver feeling nice and cold as well. What more could you want for luxury? I really want to show you this just because it's unusual, especially in this country. So this is a 1961 Mercedes 190 DB, which means diesel, or und oil burner. The reason I thought I'd show you it, you think about all of the Mercedes E-Class, BMW 3 Series, 5 Series, etc., that are used today. This was sort of like the start of that. So it's got the diesel engine in it, which obviously at the time was quite unusual. They were very popular as taxi cabs in Germany. So there were many, many of these on their streets. What's interesting about this one is it's right-hand drive. So it's originally from, I believe, the South African market, owned by a chap in Zimbabwe for a long time, one of the previous owners. And he actually brought this car back to the UK when he had to emigrate for reasons that some of you might know if you know your politics of South Africa quite well. But it's just a really nice example. It'd be a good, reliable classic. And these in the UK, in the time period, they cost a fortune. You'd have to be really, really affluent to be able to afford one of these. You know, if you compare it to a Humber Hawk at the time, this would have been more expensive. So you could grab yourself a bargain of a car, really. Staying on the Mercedes-Benz theme, but this one admittedly a little more potent than the 190 diesel over there. This is a Mercedes-Benz SLC, so C107 for you who know your chassis codes of Mercedes. This one's been upgraded with one of the 560 V8 engines, which was obviously never done. So it's a bit of a resto mod, but a period one, and it's an absolute sleeper. Damien took this out. He told me that it's estimated to be around about 320 brake horsepower, but the sheer torque of it makes it a little bit terrifying. It's very, very quick, and it's very, very fun to drive. So if you're looking for something a little bit unusual, and it's a very sleek black, obviously, as well, so you're not going to get better as a colour, then this might be the car for you. So I wanted to show you this Porsche, and I've made Martin take photos of the interior first, because look at the colour of it. So it's a 997 Carrera 4S Targa, which they didn't do many of, but in this colour, I don't think they did. It might be a one-off. So it's UK right-hand drive, obviously. It's spectacular. There's been a lot of interest in it, as you can imagine, and people have really been flocking to it to have a look at it. But if you want a one-off Porsche and, you know, for the money, 25 to 30,000 on guide price, are you going to get a better car? Probably not. You better have a look at it if you're into your Porsches or you're really considering one. I better show you this E-Type because it's offered without reserve. It's a 1971 E-Type V12 2+2 coupe. Interesting car because it's actually got a warranted 28,000 miles from you. It's got all of its original book pack. It was first sold into Ireland and registered as DOI 3113, I think it was. But it's in good condition. It's a bit of a project. Needs some of the front suspension sorting out. The paint needs a little bit of attention as well. There's some micro blistering on it. But it's offered from a collection because the chap is moving abroad. It's been in storage for a little while. And, I mean, look how much car you could get for your money, potentially. No reserve. So I'm going to take you back to the 1930s now. And maybe not the 1930s, although similar. These two Morgans, both three-wheelers, they both come from the same vendor, and they were both owned for a long time by the same gentleman. This car is from 2012, and it's another three-wheeler. It's got the Mazda MX-5 5-speed gearbox, injection, big V-twin on the front of it, same sort of formula as the 1933 car. So this one, a little bit older, so Super Sports. It's got a water-cooled Jap engine, 1100cc, 3-speed gearbox, and both of them have been in the ownership of this gentleman for a long time. The 2012 car, one owner from you, approximately, less than 10,000 miles from you. Both are offered as non-running projects, but they're in good vessel, really, considering they've been in long-term storage. As I said, the gentleman who owned them for a long time, he unfortunately got quite ill, so he moved them on, and now the gentleman who purchased them, he has put them into the sale with us today. But you've got a good choice here, so do you want to go for the older one that's eligible for all the VSCC driving tests and things like that? Or do you want to go for the more modern one that's going to, frankly, scare you because it's quite fast and it's, it's another thing altogether. But both still completely thrilling. Which one will it be? And those who know me know that I get a little bit excited when I see anything British, commercial, camper van or anything like that you can think of. And look at this Morris J2. I mean, isn't it fabulous? If you need something for the Goodwood revival, then can you get any better, really? I mean, you can pull up in the pre-66 car park and you won't look like everybody with a VW camper or anything like that. And then you can go into the back. I mean, look at the size of it. It's huge. But you can go and have a period cup of tea with your melamine counters and all your teak. I mean, it looks like my house in there, admittedly. But there we go. It's just charming. I think it's great. So, and a great value for money as well. So, the Mark II Jaguar has always been an iconic car, whether you're Inspector Morse or a bank robber, admittedly, or just a gentleman from the 60s, of course. So, as many of you will probably know, parts of the outside of London used to be called the Jag Belt, thanks to these. We've got this one, which is a lovely 1966 2.4 Mark II, and, you know, almost ready to go. A little bit of work maybe just to do a few things, but it'll make a really nice car and really well priced, £8,000 to £10,000. And then at the other end of the scale, the sporting one, if you like, 3.8 Mark II manual overdrive from 1967. So it's got a great registration with it as well. So it's SYN 222F or SIN 222F if you're a bit of a bad boy bank robber. 3.8 after all. But it's like a big Meccano set. So you could have plenty of fun putting that all together. Or you could buy both and take the 3.8 engine from that and potentially, not that I'm trying to offend any purists, of course, but it's an idea. Just next to it, though, I'll show you this quickly. So I really like this because I think it's really cool. So James consigned this one. It's come from an estate sale and it's a MGSA special. And the reason I really like this is it'd make a great trials car, presented in as-found condition. Can you get a six-cylinder pre-war sporting for this money? I mean, it's guided at 9,000 to 11,000. It's comparatively, it's reasonably priced. And the previous owner's actually been in touch with us about this. And he had it for a long time, and he said he actually beat quite a few WO Bentleys and Lagondas and things like that. So we'll take his word for it. A Bentley beater. So it's a little bit of a rainy day here up in Buxton, and it probably will be tomorrow looking at the forecast as well. But why don't you buy an appropriate vehicle for it if you come up? I mean, you could come up in your car that might get stuck in mud and go home in a lovely 4x4. So we've got Range Rover, Land Rovers, all eras really. So Range Rover Sport, they're coming into their own now. I mean, you know, they were a serious car, I remember, not that long ago. P38, 2.5 TD Bordeaux, so special edition. This is offered without reserve. Gentleman bought it from us a few years ago, and he's lavish, spent lots of money getting it all right, and it's a lovely car. The first Range Rover ever built, 72 Suffix A Range Rover, two-door. Bit of a project for somebody, but, you know, again, offered without reserve. And then we've got a few Defenders for you as well. So, got this lovely 110 pickup, nice thing. Perfect for, you know, if you're a farmer or you've got something to do, but you still want to take the kids because it's a proper double crew cab. TD5 engine, 90. And then these, I love these. The L322s. That's a really nice thing. I mean, I think Paul said that it was low mileage, but if you speak to anybody who's got one of these, they rave about them. So you just go and have a look at what Jeremy Clarkson says about them, or Harry from Harry's Garage. I mean, there's, you know, people really, really like these, and it's had a lot of interest as a result. So they're a really, really good machine. When you consider these were, you know, £100,000, wouldn't you? So they're great. Proper rugged bit of kit. So thank you so much for watching, folks. As you can see, we've got something genuinely for everybody here. We hope to see you here tomorrow, but if you can't make it, then remember you can register to bid via the telephone or online alternatively. If you do have any inquiries about the lots, either get in touch with us via our main email address, which is info@h&h.co.uk, or alternatively, if you go onto our website and view the individual lot, you will see the specialist name at the bottom of each listing, and you can get in touch with us directly. So whether that's me, Paul, Damien, Luke, Oliver, or Baljet, any of us will be willing to help at any possible time. We hope to see you here tomorrow, but if you can't make it and you're going to have a bid, regardless, good luck.
Almost. I'm on.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the first live auction here at Buxton, first one of our 2025 season. We've been looking after buyers and sellers for over 32 years, and we thank you for your continued support and for trusting our team to look after you and your assets. All lots are listed are genuinely for sale by the owner, and where it says no reserve, they are, as always, entirely without reserve. The estimates are genuine, and a reserve will never be higher than the midpoint of the estimate, although, of course, it can be much lower. The lots are described as accurately as possible. You are protected by our reputation. After 30-odd years, it is well earned. Full T's and C's are available in your catalogue or on our website at www.h&h.co.uk. If you haven't done so already and you wish to bid, please see Colette or Mihaela at the bidder's registration on the back wall there and get a paddle number. All documentation and spares can be viewed prior to bidding at the documents office just on the right there. We HPI all lots for your peace of mind as they are sold as seen. Buyer's premium today, 12.5% plus VAT for the cars, 15% plus VAT for the number plates, registration plates. Where the lot does not reach reserve, we will contact the seller, be in touch to let you know if you have been successful with your bid. Please ensure you stay by your phone so they can contact you. Payment methods, debit, credit card, bank transfer. Our finance team will send out payment requests as soon as the auction is finished. Transport partners, EM Rogers, are available to discuss all of your transport needs. We are trying to improve our service to you, so if you can think of anything we can do better, please let us know. If not, tell everyone else how well we're doing. We hope you enjoy the auction, and best of luck. Over to you, Damien, for lot one.
Thank you, Steve. And a big thank you to all those of you who've braved the weather to come and see us today. Lot one is the 1955 Rover P460. It's a rare surviving four-cylinder version of the Auntie Rover, with, as probably many of you know, a lot of these having lost their cylinder heads to those who want to soup up Series 1 Land Rovers. Anyway, this Auntie Rover has been off the road since the mid-1980s, has been running here at the venue, but obviously needs recommissioning or restoration. Comes with maintenance notes from the 1980s and a current V5C document, which is of interest to those who like forced induction and think the number plate reads turbo. Steve.
Thank you, thank you. We've got a few cheeky bids on the book, so we're going to start at, well, £250, 250,000 straight in, sees out the book, £1,000, looking for, what should we go, 1,200, 1,200 I'd like. Who's coming in at 1,002? Got £1,000, opening bid, no reserve. Is it going to be a closing bid of £1,000? Last chance, everybody, last chance online. I'm going to sell it, make no mistake, at £1,000. Hammers up. 1,200, thank you. 14 I'd like, 1,400 I'd like. 1,200 is the bid. 1,200 is the bid, and I'm going to sell it. Make no mistake, at £1,200. Last chance, everybody in the room. Last chance online at £1,200. Hammers up. 1,200, and that is 128561.
Lot two is the 1937 Morris 8 Tourer. This really is cute as a button. So if you want to put a smile on people's faces as you drive by, buy this. It's fitted with the original air filter, which often goes missing, and comes with the rare wheel trims as well. It's been with the present registered keeper for 9 years, and it's been repainted during that time, as well as being uprated with 12-volt electrics and electric fuel pump, etc. So just a great fun thing. Steve.
Thank you very much. A few bids on the book on this. Lot 2, we can start with me at £4,000. I'm looking for 4,200. At £4,000 with me. At 4,200 for 4. 4.6, sir. 4.6. I've got 4.7. Do you want 4.8, sir? 4.8, you're in at £4,800. At 4.8, I'm looking for 4,009. At £4,800, your bid, sir. At 4,008, looking around the room. Anybody coming in at 4.9? I'm going to sell it provisionally at £4,800. Gentlemen seated in the hat at £4,800. I see you hovering online. Are you coming in? At 4,800 is going to be the bid at £4,800 provisionally then at £4,800. Last chance online at 4,800. That's your bid. Oh, just on the button. What have we got? 4.8. Yours, sir. 4.8 then. Your number is? There is 4.9. Sorry, sir. I've just got 4.9. It's provisional at 4.9. I can let you have it for 5 if you want to come in at 5, sir. At 5,000, you're in. Thank you, sir. £5,000. Nice and quick, please, Internet. I'm going to sell it provisionally at £5,000. Gentlemen seated. Last chance at 5,000. Yours, sir. 5,294. Thank you.
Lot number 3 is the 1983 Reliant Scimitar GTC. This is one of only 442 examples made. It also comes with the rare manual gearbox. It's been fitted with a galvanized chassis in the past, and indeed it's had a full mechanical restoration lavished on it and significant cosmetic improvement between 2001 and 2003 that cost about £8,500. History file includes images of that work. It's a rare British convertible with the benefit of 4 seats.
Lots and lots of interest in this one. We're going to have to start with me on the book at £6,000, £7,000, £8,000. With me at £8,000, £8,000, and I'm looking for what we're going in. 8.5 I'd like. 8.5 I'd like. Who's coming in? 8.5, 9,000. 9.5, 10,000 with me. He shakes his head. It's at £10,000. Still on the book. I'd like 10.5. Go to the telephone. Sure, sir.
So
10,005, 11,000. Want another one, sir? 11.5. Shakes his head. Still on the book then at £11,000. Make no mistake, I am going to sell it at 11.5. Sees out the book. 11,500. Gentlemen seated in the hat at £11,500. 11,500. It's being sold. It's on the market. The hammer's up at £11,500. 11,500. Your number, sir, is 105. Thank you very much.
Lot number 4 is the 2003 Mercedes-Benz SL500. It's one of the highly regarded 230 series SLs. It's finished in brilliant silver with a complementary two-tone grey interior. Most importantly, it's benefited from £23,000 worth of work at Mercedes-Benz main dealer. Comes with the cherished number plate, Echo 2 Lima Romeo Juliet, and comes with a complete book pack, including a service booklet with no fewer than 10 entries. Steve.
Thank you very much. A few bids with me. Start me at 3.4, 3.6, 3.8. 3.8 with me at 3.8, looking for 4. At £3,800, I'm looking for 4. At £3,800, looking for 4. Who's coming in? 4, 4.2. 4.2 with you. 4.2. Another one? No, he shakes his head. 4.4, 4.4 I've got on the internet then at 4,004. You sure, sir? At £4,400 is the bid. At 4,000, 4,006 seated on my left. It's a hell of a car. Your bid, sir. At 4,008, it's got to be 5, sir. £5,000 seated. At £5,000, and it's on the market. At £5,000. I got 5.2, 5.4, sir. 5,004 seated. He's seen it. He likes it at 5,004 in the room. 5.6 online. 5.8 seated. At 5,008. second, third row at 5.8. Gentleman in the hat, nice and quickly, please, internet, at £5,800. 6,000. It's got to be 6.2, sir. 6.2's the bid. At £6,200. At £6,200, gentleman's bid in the room at £6,200, and it's on the market. Make no mistake, I am going to sell it to my room bidder at £6,200. Last chance, internet. Last chance, everyone in the room. 6,004. 6.6 it's got to be, sir. You want 6.5? 6.5. 6.5 I've got. Same privilege to you, internet. At 6,005, I'll take 6.6 online, but 6.6, nice and quick. 6.7 it's got to be, sir. Thank you anyway. At 6,600 to the internet then. At £6,600, I'm going to sell it then to the internet. 6.7, he's back in at 6,007. He doesn't want to let it go. At £6,700. 6.7. Last shot, 6.8, they're back. 6.9 it's got to be, sir. Thank you anyway at £6,800. Internet bid. Hammers up at 6,008. I'm giving you a moment to have a think, sir. At £6,800. Last chance. It's only 100. He's back in at 6.9. At 6.9. 6.9. Gentleman seated. It's a lot of car. At £6,900. 7,000's online. 7.1. Thank you anyway. At £7,000. Hammers up. I'm going to sell it. Make no mistake, he looks very disappointed. At £7,000, it's going to go to the internet then. At 7,000, last chance, sir. 7,000 to the internet. And that is buyer 167043.
Lot 5 is the 1979 Mercedes-Benz 450 SEL Saloon. This is one of those cars with a particularly human story. It's reputedly owned by members of just 2 families from New. The vendor bought it because he recognized it as one of his father's old cars. He then subjected it to a economically unviable restoration, but it was his dad's old car. So it has been fitted with a new sunroof, a brand new old stock leather interior, new front wings, sills as part of the renovation. It was then mechanically gone through by marque specialist Nick Webster and driven to the sale. Now these W116 cars are still very imposing cars. So Steve.
Nice car. I've got a few bids on the book. We're going to start with me at £8,000. At 8,000 with me, looking for 8.5. At £8,000, hovering online. I see you. At £8,000. £8,000. 8.5. 9,000. 9,000 with me. Another one, sir. Shakes his head. £9,000. Are you sure, sir? At 9,000. 9.5. I've got 9.8 with me at £9,800 on the book, looking for 10. He shakes his head at £9,800 then on the book with me, looking for 10. Last chance, everybody, at £9,800. I'm going to take this bid. Make no mistake, we'll put the bid forward at £9,800. Last chance, everybody in the room. Last chance online, are you sure, sir? At £9,800. Provisional. And that is 1032.
Lot number 6 is the 1977 MGB Roadster. It benefits from a replacement Ivor Searle engine, which was installed about 10,000 miles ago. It's also been treated to a chrome bumper conversion, a backdated number plate, wire wheels, and electronic ignition. It displays a credible 96,000 miles, and it's been with the vendor since 2019. Steve.
Thank you very much. We can start with me on the book at £6,000. At 6,000, we're going 5s, please, Duncan. At £6,000. £6,000, looking for 6.5. 6.5, 7. 7.5, 8,000. Still with me then at £8,000. You want 8.2? He shakes his head at £8,000. It's on the book and it's on the market at £8,000. Commission bid at £8,000 on the book then. We've got 8.2. Sees out the book at 8.2, looking for 8.4. At £8,200. Is that the money then at 8,002? I'm going to sell it. At £8,200, the hammer's up. Make no mistake, at 8,002 on the market. At £8,200. Internet, 8,200. That is buyer 174043.
Lot number 7 is the 2005 Jaguar XK8 4.2 litre convertible. Now, this is coming directly from its one and only owner. It's warranted to have covered just 49,000 miles from new. It is a notably late example from the final full year of X100 production. Was last serviced at 47,287 miles by a Jaguar specialist. Comes with a history file including the original purchase invoice. Great thing. Steve.
Nice car this. Got a few bids again. Start me at 5,000. I'm looking for 5,200. At £5,000 then. Or with me. I'm looking for 5,002. I see you hovering online. 5,200 we've got. Thank you. On the sale room at 5,200. 5,400 then with me. 5,600 I'd like. At 5,004 on the book. Looking for 5,600. Who's you in at 5,600? At 5,600 sees out the book. At £5,600 then on the sale room at £5,600. I'm going to sell it provisionally at £5,600 to the sale room at 5,600. Last chance, everybody in the room. Last chance, everyone online at 5,600. Sale room. Number, please. 4026. Thank you very much.
Quick update for you, Steve.
Lot 2, the Morris 8 has sold for £5,000. Thank you, sir and madam.
Lot number 8 is the 1949 Ford Prefect. Now, this benefits from a previous restoration that's thought to have been completed in 2002, which is about 5,000 miles ago. It's finished in black with red upholstery, and it's a nicely presented, charming, and now somewhat rare, despite the fact they made about 200,000 of them, post-war classic. Steve.
Another car, lots and lots of interest, no reserves, so we're going to have to start with me at £4,200, looking for 4,004 is what I want. 4,200 I've got, 4,400 I'd like. At £4,200, looking for 4,400. At £4,200, I will take 104.3, so it's 4,400 with me. 4,400 with me, looking for 4,500. At £4,400 on the market and here to sell at £4,400. Make no mistake, internet. The hammer's up at 4,400 and I'm going to sell it. Commission bid at 4,400. 4,004, that's 1001.
Lot number 9 is the 1979 Alfa Romeo Spider Veloce 2000. That shows a highly credible but unwarranted 56,500 miles. It spent the vast majority of its life in America, in Texas and Oklahoma before coming to the UK in 2021. It's fitted with a stainless steel exhaust. It's had the electrics renewed during the current ownership. It's been used in the last few years for European touring. Comes with a current V5C and sundry paperwork, but no Mrs. Robinson.
Alas. And I've got plenty of bids on this one. We're going to have to start with me at 4,200, 4,400, 4,600. I've got two conflicting, but well, 4,600. We're going to have to start with me at £4,800, looking for 5. 4,800, looking for 5 on the Alpha. The 79 Spider at 4,800, 4,800, 5,000, 5,200, 5,400, 5,600, 5,800, 5,800. 5,800, I've got 5,900 with me at 5,009, looking for 6. Want one more, sir? He shakes his head. With me then at £5,900. At £5,900, it's going to be provisional. At 5,900, last chance, everybody. At £5,900, provisional. 5,900, that's my bid, and that's 12064. Thank you.
Lot 10 is the 1953 MG TF 1250. It's just on view between the pillars. Now, this is understood to be a matching chassis and engine numbers example. It came back to the UK from Florida in 2020, although the chap who brought it back was resident in America at the time, so he's had it since 2015. It was toured an event attended while in America, included concours events, and yeah, just a smart older restoration. Still left-hand drive, so perfect for European touring. Steve.
Good stuff. Thank you very much, Damien. I've got a few bids. We're going to start at 9, 9.5, 10,000, looking for 10.5 at £10,000 with me on the MG. At 10.5, I've got 11,000 with me. 11,000 with me, looking for 11.5 at £11,000. £11,000 is going to be provisional at £11,000. Last chance, 11.5 I've got. 11.5 it is. 11.5 sees out the book at £11,500. 11.5, and I am going to sell it provisionally then at £11,500. Last chance, everybody, at £11,500. I'd like 12 on it at £11,500 on the internet then at 11,500. Last chance, everybody, in the room then at 11,500. So off to Lancashire then, provisional at £11,500. And that is buyer 169105.
Lot 11 is the 1938 Riley 12.4 Lynx Tourer. Now, this sadly has come from a deceased estate. Late owner was a member of the Riley Register. It's well known to the register. The Lynx was treated to an overhaul of its pre-selector gearbox shortly before it was laid up in 2022, 3 years ago. It's previously a multi-award winner at Riley Club events. Does need some recommissioning, but be a very usable proposition once back on the road. And these are surprisingly lively with that 1.5 litre engine. And finally, if that's not enough reasons to love it, it's understood to be one of just 44 cars built to this specification with a Sprite dashboard. A really nice post-vintage thoroughbred. Steve.
Thank you again. Lots of bids on this one. We're going to have to start with me at £4,200, and I'm looking for 4,004 at 4,200 with me. 4.6 with me still, looking for 4.8 at £4,600. I'm looking for 4.8, 5,000 still on the book at £5,000, looking for 5.2 at £5,000. I'm going to 5,002 sees out the book. Sorry, sir. Do you want 5.4? 5.4, gentleman in the hat, standing at 5,004. 5.6 if you want it, internet. At 5.6, got to be 5.8, sir. 5.8, you're in, sir. 5,008 on my left there. At 5,008, 6,000 if you want it, internet. At 5,008, 6,000, it's got to be 6.2, sir. 6.2, he's back. At 6,004, nice and quick. 6.6 it is, thank you, sir. 6,006 in the room. At 6.8, 7,000, sir. 7,000, you're in, just before you. 7.2, it's got to be 7.4, sir. 7.4, you're in. 7.4, in the room at 7.4. 7.6, 7.8's the next one, sir. 7.8, he's in at 7.8. 8,000 internet if you want it. 8.2's the bid, sir. He's in at 8.2. He likes it, he's seen it. 8.4, 8.6. He wants it at £8,600. At 8,008, it's got to be 9,000, sir. He's in at 9. In the room, 9.2. 9.4, sir. 9.4. 9,006 I'd like. 9.6. 9.8, sir. 9.8, he nods his head at 9,008. 10,000, got to be 10.2, sir. 10,002 in the room at 10.2. 10.4 I'd like. Internet, where have you gone? There you are. 10.6 it is, sir. 10,006, he's back. 10,008 if you wanted, internet. At £10,600, standing on my left at the back here. I see you hovering online. It's on the market and it's for sale. No, it's not. It's 11,000 if you want it, sir. He's in at 11. He's in at 11,000. I see you, sir. Don't worry. You want 11.2? 11.2. 11.4. 11.6. 11.8. 12,000. 12.2. 12.4. 12.6. 12.8. 13. 13.2. 13.4. 13.6. 13.8. 14,000. 14.2. 14.4. 14.6. 14.8. 15. 15.2. 15.2's your last one. 15.4. 15.4. You sure, sir? 15.4 then. On my left here at 15.4. Want 15.5. Thank you, sir. 15.4. He's been there since the start. at 15,400. Hammers up, sir, at 15,400. Last chance, sir, at £15,400. Yours, sir, at 15,400. Your number is 125. Thank you very much, both of you. And online?
I'd say congratulations on that. That was, well, it would have been a £25,000, £30,000 car not so long ago, so that was a good buy. Well done, sir. Lot 12, 1983, BMW 316. Now, this is coming from long-term ownership. It comes with a large history file, including a collection of old invoices and MOTs. It's showing a credible 41,000 miles. It's had just 2 former keepers. It's got the preferred manual gearbox, and it's a very original, unmessed with thing. Steve?
Bit of interest in this one again. We're going to start with me at 7,200, looking for 7.4 at £7,200 on the Beamer 316, 7.4, 7.6, 7.8, sir. 7.8, I got 8,000, 8.2, 8.4 with me, 8.4. I can do 8.6, sir. 8.6 is with you then, sir, at £8,600. At 8.6, I'm looking for 8.8 at £8,600. Gentlemen seated at 8,006. I see you hovering online. I'm going to put this bid forward provisionally then at 8,008. It's got to be 9, sir. 9,000. Your bid, sir, at £9,000. At £9,000. At £9,000, I've got 9.2, 9.4. Don't lose it, internet. At 9,004. At 9,004. Gentlemen seated then. It's going to be provisional at £9,400. Hovering online. Go find another one at £9,400. Your bid, sir. 9.6, 9.8, sir. 9.8, you're in. At 9,800. Gentlemen seated. Looking for 10. You're going to round it up, internet. At £9,800. Last chance, internet. It's going to be provisional at £9,800. Your bid, sir. Your number is... It's in there, 294. Thank you, gentlemen.
Lot 13 is the 2008 Porsche 911 Carrera 4S Targa. Now, there are those who will tell you that the 997 is the best generation of 911, with all the sort of modern usability but classic looks. And of any 997, the Gen 2 cars are particularly sought after because of their direct fuel injection engines and the PDK gearbox. This example as a 4S with the Targa sliding roof panel is very, very rare in right-hand drive. In that colour of Nordic gold, it's likely to be one of a handful and possibly a one-off. That's the good news. The slightly less good news is the vendor quite happily drove it to Buxton. It's one of those cars that possibly didn't want to be sold because the instrument binnacle packed up en route. So there is an electrical gremlin. Now, the instruments aren't functioning. The car runs and drives. You can turn the key and drive it out of the door, but there are no instruments illuminated at the moment, and that gremlin seems to have affected the Targa roof panel and the rear hatch. So we're hoping it's something or nothing, but the car is on its proper number plate, RK58YZY. Current owners had it for 13 years, and it has had just 3 former keepers. Comparatively modest 98,000 miles from new. A lot to recommend it, but a fly in the ointment. Steve?
Thank you, thank you. Still got some interest in this one, so we're going to have to start with me at £16,000, looking for 16.5. 20, we're in at 20. At £20,000, we're going halves. It's a hell of a car. At £20,000, looking for 20 and a half, possibly one off in that colour. At £20,000, make no mistake, I am going to put this bid forward. At £20,000, hovering online, I'm looking for 20 and a half. At £20,000, I'm going to put that bid down provisionally then. At £20,000, internet bid, 20 and a half, looking for 21. At £20,500, at 20,500, looking for 21. At 20,500, I will give you a bit of time online for the Carrera, the 4S Targa, at £20,500. Last chance, internet. Looks like it's off to Surrey then at 20,500, provisional. Last chance online at 20,500, provisional, 174110.
Lot 14 is the 2000 TVR Chimera 450. Now, this is finished in the rare and attractive combination of crystal verde with fern green leather upholstery. It's been in the current ownership since 2014, and it's just 56,000 miles from new. It's one of the highly desirable 450 models with that tuned 4.5-litre Rover V8 derived engine. Offered with the original stamped service book, these remain huge value for money in terms of the performance and sound glorious. Steve.
Great looking car, this one. I've got a few bids with me. We're going to have to start at £6,000 with me at £6,000, and I'm looking for 6.2. £6,000 I've got. Hand 6.2, 6.4, 6.6, 6.8, 7,000. 7.2 with me at £7,200 with me. I'm looking for 7.4. It's on the book then at £7,200. Looking for 7.4. Last chance, everyone. I'm going to put this bid forward at £7,200. Last chance, everybody, then. On the TVR at 7.2. Looking for 7.4 at £7,200. I see you hovering online at 7,200. My bid then, 1032.
Lot 15 is the 1979 Porsche 924. Now, this is believed to have covered only 18,300 miles from new, with only 4 former keepers. It does come with a collection of specialist invoices, which show it was subject to a minor service, new brake caliper piston and seals in May 2022. Has a current V5C. It's not run of late, so we've not had it started here, and it's not fitted with any belts, so we would suggest nobody attempts to start it. But it is what it is, and here at no reserve. Steve.
And lots of interest, so we're starting with me on the book at 3,000, looking for 3.2. At £3,000, looking for 3.2. Hovering online at £3,000. £3,000. It's on the market. Make no mistake, there's a hand, 3.2, 3.4. 3.4, 3.6, 3.8 with me at 3,800. With me then at 3,800. Looking for 4,000. It's on the market. I'm going to sell it. My bid on the book at £3,800. Hammers up. Last chance, everybody in the room. At 3,800. You want another one, sir? I'll take 3.9. He shakes his head at £3,800 then. Hammers up at 3.8. 3,800. Commission bid 1001.
Lot number 16 is the 2010 Chevrolet Camaro SS. Now, this is one of the desirable SS models. We decoded the build specification, so that shows it was built with an L99 6.2-litre V8, developing 400 brake horsepower, has the automatic transmission, performance suspension, Brembo brakes, and a limited slip differential. It's also finished in optional Inferno orange metallic with two-tone leather upholstery, so it's allowed on the inside as it is on the outside. Imported to the UK in June 2023, driven to the auction. We have noticed there's an engine warning light on the dash, but that doesn't seem to prevent it running and driving. So that's that, Steve. Over to you.
Thank you, thank you. Right, what have I got? Lots of bids. 6.2, 6.4, 6.6, 6.8. £7,000. 7,000. I'll take 7.2 at £7,000 with me then at £7,000. Make no mistake, I will put that bid forward at £7,000 only. Last chance, everybody else, at £7,000 on the Chevrolet Camaro, the SS. That's a lot of car for £7,000. Last chance, everyone. It's going to go provisionally to my book bidder at £7,000. You're hovering online. Last chance at £7,000 only. Who's coming in? 7,000 is the bid. At 7,000, we'll try it for you at £7,000. And that's bid of 3005. Thank you.
Lot 17 is a one-off. It's the 1980 Mercedes-Benz 560 SLC. Now, they never built a 560 SLC, but a Mercedes-Benz specialist and former main dealer, Damas in nearby Chesterfield, decided that it was a car worth making. So it was professionally converted by them for the proprietor's own use. It's got a later 126 series 5.6 litre V8 in there, was treated to a bare metal bodywork restoration in 2013, including thousands of pounds worth of new trim pieces. The engine number and displacement have been updated with the DVLA on the car's V5C. The vendor has had it previously dyno tested at 320 brake horsepower and a notably flat torque curve. This is perhaps a car that AMG should have built, and if they had, it would be worth telephone numbers. Steve.
Thank you, thank you. Interest again. I've got a telephone bid on this one, and we're starting with me at £18,000, looking for 18.5. At £18,000, looking for 18.5. 18.5, 19,000 with me. At 19,000, looking for 19.5. At 19,000 with me, 19.5 he's got. At 19.5 on the telephone. At £19,500. £19,500 on the telephone. I'm looking for 20. Lots of you hovering online at £19,500 on Lucas's phone at 19,500. Who's coming in? Surely at £19,500. It's going to be provisional. At 19,500 on the telephone. At £19,500. Last chance, everybody else. Last chance online at 19,500. Is that 2001, Lucas? Thank you very much.
Lot 18 is the 2006 MG ZTT 260 V8. This is a very rare Ford Mustang 4.6 litre V8 engine example with a 5-speed manual gearbox, rear-wheel drive and limited slip diff. It is one of just 88 or so estate 260s produced according to the MG Owners Club. It's warranted to have covered just 28,000 miles from new and has only one former keeper. This is the second most viewed car in the sale, Steve.
Really?
In terms of internet hits, over 8,000 people have read through the details on this car. So a lot of people love it. Steve.
We've got bids on the book. So we're starting at 7, 7.5, 8,000, 8.5. I'd like 9,000 at £8,500 then with me on the book then at £8,500. I will put that bid forward. 9,000. £9,000 is your bid, sir. I got 9.2. Do you want 9.5, sir? 9.5 sees out the book. Your bid, sir, on the aisle. It's a lot of car, this one. At £9,500. Gentlemen seated on the aisle. I am going to put this bid forward for you, sir, at £9,500. Last chance, everybody. Last chance, everyone online. At £9,500. Gentleman's bid at £9,500. That's provisional. Your number, sir, is 141. Thank you very much. Good luck.
Lot 19 is the 1966 Bristol 409. This is understood to be one of just 74 produced. It's showing 102,800 miles, which looks credible given the history file. It's in need of recommissioning after a period of storage. This is a proper iron fist and a velvet glove. Steve.
What a car, and lots of bids. It is on the market, and we're starting with me at £10,200, looking for 10.4. At £10,200, with me, I'm looking for 10.4. At 10,000, it's on the market. Opening bid then, on the book, I'm going to sell it at 10,002. At 10,002, 10,002, you're going to hovering online. Last chance, 10.4. That bid, sir? Shakes his head. 10.4, 10.6 with me then. It's 10.6 with me, still on the book. 10.8 if you wanted, internet. Are you sure, sir? He shakes his head. At £10,600, I'm going to sell it. Make no mistake. At £10,600 on the market. Hammers up at 10,006. Hovering online. Looking for 10.8 at £10,600. Hammers up once. Twice, third and final at 10.6. My bid at 3019.
Lot 20 is the 2007 Jaguar XJ Executive V6. This is one of the desirable facelifts that were restyled by Ian Callum, he of Aston Martin, also Jaguar fame. It's showing a modest 62,300 miles from new and just one former keeper on HPI. It's one of those generation with the aluminium body shell, and it comes with a well-stamped service book. Steve.
Thank you very much. Again, with me, we're starting at 4,002, looking for 4,400 at 4,200 pounds. I'm looking for 4,400 at 4,200. Surely, who's coming in at 4,400 to compete with my book bid at 4,002? 4,400, 4,600 with me then. 4,600 with me, looking for 4,800 at 4,600 pounds. I'm looking for 4,800. Who's coming in? You're coming back in, internet. 4,800, you're in, sir. 4,800, I got 4,900. Do you want 5, sir? At 4,009 then with me, looking for 5 at 4,900 pounds. Last chance, everyone, at 4,900 pounds. I'm going to put this bid forward. 5,000, 5,000. It's going to be provisional at 5,000 pounds. Last chance, everybody, at 5,000. I'll take 5,100 at 5,000 pounds. Provisional then at 5,000 pounds. To the internet at 5,000. And that is buyer 163759.
Lot 21 is the 1963 Rolls-Royce Silver Cloud 3 standard steel saloon. That's just showing to our right here. This really is a notably nice example. The vendor's covered 10,000 trouble-free miles during his 9-year ownership. It's presented in its original and appealing colour combination of sand over sable with beige leather upholstery, and the seller bought it from a marque specialist in 2016 for no less than £69,000, to give you an idea of the quality of the car. Steve.
Thank you very much, and we are starting with me on the book at £22,000, looking for 22.5 at £22,000. At 22,000 on the 63 Silver Cloud, 22.5, 23. 23.5, 24, still with me at 24, 24, 25, 25, 25.5, 26, at 26,000, at 26,000, 26.5, 27, at 27,000 pounds with me still. I'm looking for 27.5, at 27,000 pounds, hovering online. Are you coming in at 27,000 pounds? There it is. On my right, at 27,000, I'm going to put this bid forward, provisionally, at 27,000 pounds only, at 27,000. Last chance, everybody. It's a lot of car, at 27,000, at 27,000 pounds. Last chance, everyone, at 27,000. Still on the book then, at 27,000 pounds, and that is buyer 1032.
Lot 22 is the 1961 Mercedes-Benz 190 DB. It's imported from the car-friendly climate of Zimbabwe in 1994, when its then owner relocated to the UK. It's been subject to an extensive amount of restoration over the years. Most recently, the engine and gearbox were overhauled at a cost of over £17,000. It's a much-loved pontoon that would grace many a classic car show, driven to the sale. Just a cracking thing. Steve.
Thank you very much. Bids with me start me at £7,000. At 7,000, looking for 7,500. At £7,000. At 7,500, I got 8,000 with me. At 8,000, looking for 8,500. At £8,000 with me then on the book. At £8,000, looking for 8,500. I will put that bid forward then. At £8,000, hovering. 8,500, sees out the book at 8,500, looking for 9 at £8,500 on the internet. Books out at 8,500. 8,500 is the bid. Off to Kent then at 8,500 provisionally, looking for 9 at £8,500. He's touching his hat. I thought he was bidding, but he's not. At 8,500, hovering online at 8,500. It's going to be provisional at £8,500. That is 174013.
Lot number 23 was withdrawn, sadly. So moving on to lot number 24, which is the 1976 Daimler Sovereign 4.2 long wheelbase. This is finished in cream with tan Connolly leather and a vinyl roof. Comes with a collection of old MOT certificates, plus Daimler maintenance, lubrication and wiring charts, and numerous invoices for work carried out. Just a handsome Series 2 example. Steve.
Thank you very much. We're going to start actually at 3,000 on the book with me. Sorry, 3,200 with me. 3,002, we're looking for 3,400. £3,200, looking for 3,400. £3,200. Is that all the money then? £3,200, 3,400, 3,600. 3,600, 3,800. I've got 3,900. Do you want 4,000? He shakes his head at 3,900 then with me. At £3,900, I'm looking for 4. At 3,900, it's a lot of car for £3,900. At £3,900, hovering online. I'm going to put this bid forward provisionally then at £3,900. And that is bidder 12064.
Lot 25 is the 2004 Mercedes-Benz CLK 320 Elegance convertible. This comes from a private collection. It's been in the current ownership for 7 years, during which time it's been well cared for, showing a credible 90,000 miles on the odometer. It's benefited from a gearbox service and new hood motor within the last year, and I believe it comes with a fresh MOT. Plus it's offered at no reserve. Steve.
Thank you very much. Got a couple of bids here. 3, 4, £500 starts me off. 500 on the book. 500. Looking for 1,000. £1,000. Your bid, sir, sees out the book standing. £1,000 on my left. Opening bid. Is it a closing bid of £1,000? Gentlemen, standing on my left. We've got 1,200. 14. Where's he gone? 1,400. 1,600. 18's the bid, sir. 1,800. 2,000. 2,2, sir. 2,2. 2,4. 2,6. Shakes his head. 2,4. Where are you? Show me again. 2,004. There you are. You're in, sir, at 2,400. 2,006 I'd like. 2,400 I'll take. On the market. And here to sell. 2.5. 2,005. 2,600 if you want it, sir. 2,005, sees him out. 2,005, hammers up at 2,005. You want 100 on it, sir? At 2,005, on my left then, I'm going to sell. Your bid, sir. A lot of car for £2,500 at £2,500. Yours, sir, 2,500. Your number is 147. Thank you very much.
Lot 26 is the 1963 Morris J2 camper van. This is extensively restored since entering the current ownership 15 years ago. It's understood to have been converted into a camper from new. Comes with the 1622 B Series 4-cylinder engine, as used in the MGA. Offered with the original handbook, current V5C and restoration photographs, and an ideal Goodwood transport. Steve.
Thank you very much. Wouldn't be a sale without a camper van, and this is a nice one. We're going to start then at, got some bids with me, 687, 7002 with me, looking for 74 at £7,200 then. At 74, 76 with me, 76, 78 if you want it. 78 I've got, £7,800 at £7,800, and I am going to put that bid forward then at £7,800. 8,000 your bid, sir. You're in at 8,000. 8,2. 8,4, sir. 8,4 you're in. Gentleman in the hat standing at 8,4. 8,6. 8,8, sir. 8,8 you're in at 8,800. 9 if you want it. 9,000. It's got to be 9,2, sir. He's having a good think. 9,2 you're in at 9,002. Standing. 9,4. Lady decides there. Good work, madam. At 9,400 then. Are you sure? At 9,400. Take 9.5. 9.5 you're in. 9,6 if you want it, internet. At 9,6 I've got. 9,7. Shakes his head. Thank you anyway. At £9,600. At 9,600. At 9,6. I'm going to sell it. We are very, very close on this one. Sell it. We're going to sell it. James has given me the nod at 9,006. So hammers up. Yours, internet, on the market and for sale at £9,600. 9,600 to the internet, and that is buyer 174041.
Lot 27 has sadly been withdrawn, just waiting on some parts for that, so it should be in the May sale if you're interested. Lot 28 is the 1999 Jaguar XJR. Now, this was previously company registered, but it's effectively been in single ownership from new. It's a low mileage example in outstanding condition, showing a circa 49,000 miles. It's professionally stored from 2007 to 2024. When it was actively in use prior to then, it was serviced on an annual basis and looked after regardless of cost, which I think you can see in the car today. It's recently been recommissioned with a fresh MOT showing no advisories. It's an increasingly collectible V8 supercharged sports saloon. Steve?
V8 supercharged sports saloon, lots of interest. And we're on the market. We're starting on the book at 10,000. I'm looking for 10.5 at £10,000 on the market and here to sell. Shall I sell it then? At 10.5, 11,000 then with me. 11,000 with me. It's got to be 11.5 if you want it, telephone. 12,000 still on the book then. At 12, it's got to be 12.5 if you want it. At 12,000, 12.5 sees out the book. On the telephone, on the V8 supercharged Jag at £12,500. On my left here at £12,500, and I'm going to sell, make no mistake, at £12,500. The hammer's up. Last chance, everyone online. Last chance, everyone else in the room at 12,500. 12,500. That's yours, and that is 3036. Thank you.
Lot 29 is the 1973 Mercury Ford Capri Mark 1 2.6 V6. This is a rare Cologne-built Mark 1 Capri which was produced for the US market. Comes with a potent Cologne 2.6 litre V6 which would be later developed for the RS 2600 variant. It's got definite bullet vibes. That's pretty close to Highland Green Metallic in my book. It's Californian import. It's been in the current UK ownership since 2019. But a great way to stand out from the fast forward crowd. Steve?
Very nice car, this one. £9,000. Starts me off looking for 9.5 at £9,000 on the Capri. At £9,000. £9,000. 9.5. 10,000. 10,000. 10.5. 11,000 with me. At £11,000 with me. £11,000. With me then, on the book at 11,000. Who's coming in? I could do 11.2, 11.2, 11.4 with me. 11.4, 11.6, 11.8 with me. I'm looking for 12,000 at £11,800 then. £11,800 is the bid. It's on the book. Looking for 12. I will put this bid forward on the Capri at £11,800. Last chance, everybody in the room. Last chance online then. Are you sure you don't want another one, sir? At £11,800 then, with me. At £11,800, provisional. £11,800, that is by a 3064. Thank you very much.
Lot 30 is the 2005 Audi TT Roadster. It's one of the desirable Mark 1 versions, showing a smidge under 69,000 miles from new. Comes with the original owner's wallet, was subject to an engine service, rear brake pads, a timing and auxiliary belt change just last year. A proper modern classic. Steve?
Certainly is. £1,000. Who'll bid me? £1,000. £1,000 I'd like on this one, on the Audi. And at £1,000. Anybody want it at 1,000? £1,000. Thank you, sir. It's got to be 12. It was just before you. 12, 14, sir. 1,600, sir. 1,800, sir. Your bid, sir, seated at 1,600. This is absolutely a future classic. At £1,600, seated at 1,006. Make no mistake, I am going to sell it. Gentlemen seated at £1,600. 1,800. 1,750. 1,700. 1,007. You want 1,800, sir? Thank you. 1,800. 1,900. Rounded up, sir. 2,000 I'm after, 2,000, 2,100 it's got to be, sir. He's having a good think. It's your bid at 2,000, seated, shakes his head. Thank you anyway, sir. Your bid then at £2,000, at £2,000, and I'm going to sell. Hammers up, at £2,000. Gentlemen seated at 2,000. That's a hell of a car for £2,000 at £2,000. Yours, sir, 2,000. Your number is 286.
Lot 31 is the 2012 Range Rover SD V6 Sport. It's presented in Stornoway Grey with black leather upholstery. Benefits from a recent top-end engine overhaul. Odometer showing highly credible 105,000 miles. It's one of the increasingly desirable L320 models, so just as the L322 Range Rover is becoming more and more collectible, so these L320s are beginning to creep up. It's offered with a service book and V5C. Steve.
Thank you very much. £3,000 starts me on the book at 3,000. 3.2 with me. 3.2 with me. Sorry, 3.4 I'd like on this one at £3,200. At 3,200, I'm going to put that bid forward at £3,200. 3.4, 3.6 at 3,006. 3.8. I got 3.9. You sure? He turns and walks away at £3,900. I'm looking for 4 on this one at 3,900. With me still on the book at £3,900. Last chance, everybody. It's going to be provisional at £3,900. 4,000. You are in, sir, at £4,000. At £4,000. Gentleman seated in the hat. He's seen out the book. And I'm going to sell it then provisionally at £4,000. We will do our best for you, sir. At £4,000. Your number is 146. Thank you very much.
Lot 32 is the 1966 Jaguar Mark II 2.4. It's one of the desirable manual overdrive models. It's finished in white, complemented with red leather upholstery, subject to previous restoration work. Offered with the current V5C, it is MOT exempt, inexpensive way into Mark II ownership. Steve.
Thank you very much. I've got bids on the book with me. We're going to start at 4.5, 5, 5,500 starts me off on the book. Looking for 6,000. 6,000 I'd like on this one. Sees out the book straight away. £6,000. 6.5 then with me. 6.5 with me. Looking for 7 at £6,500. At 6,005. At 6.5, 6,005 with me, looking for 7 at £6,500. At 6,005 then, it's going to be provisional on the book then at 6,005. At 6,005, I got 6,008 in the room. At 6.8 in the room, sees out the book. At £6,800 is the bid. I'm looking for 7 at £6,800. Last chance, everybody then. At £6,800. Last chance at 6,008. It's going to be provisional. £6,800. 296. Thank you very much. At 296 at 6,008. Thank you.
Lot 33 is the 1979 Rolls-Royce Silver Wraith 2. This is a rarity on the basis that the vast majority of the 2,136 made went to North America. So it's a home market car, something special. It's recently been recommissioned following 7 years dry storage and MOT tested, despite being eligible for exemption. So that work included servicing, a new brake accumulator, tappets all set up with 2 of those renewed. It's previously been maintained by Broughton's of Cheltenham, amongst others. It's pleasingly retains its original dark blue leather upholstery, which is matched to Caribbean metallic. It's showing 89,000 miles from new, which certainly seems in keeping with the wear to the interior, and it's driven to the sale. So a lot of imposing motor car for the money. Steve.
There it is on my right. Lots of interest. Starts me at 9.6, 9.8, 10,000, 10.2, looking for 10.4 at £10,200 with me at 10,200. I'm looking for 10.4. Who's coming in? Surely at £10,200. Opening bid. Is it going to be a closing bid? At £10,200. 10.4, 10.6, 10.6, 10.8, 10.8. I got 10.9. You want 11? He shakes his head. You sure? 10,900 is the bid then on the book. Looking for 11,000 at £10,900. I've got. It's on the book at 10,009 at £10,900. I'm going to sell it then, provisionally, 11,000. You're in, sir. No? No, you sure? Just having a quick wave? That's nice to say hello sometimes. At 10,009 then, at 10,900, provisional. And that is buyer 1032. Thank you. Thank you very much. Good news, lot 20, the Jaguar XJ Executive has sold for £5,000. Thank you.
Lot 34 is the 1971 Jaguar E-Type V12 Coupe. This is one of just 2,116 right-hand drive examples. It's fitted with the preferred 4-speed manual gearbox, boasts matching chassis and engine numbers, comes with a comprehensive history file including the Jaguar Heritage Certificate, and it's showing a credible but unwarranted 28,000 miles, offered without reserve. Steve?
Well, obviously it's been offered without reserve. It's created quite a lot of interest, but we are going to start with me at £13,000, looking for 14. At £13,000, where are my hands? Looking for 14,000. At 13,000 with me, 14, 15,000's with me on the book. 15,000, 16,000, you're in, sir, at 16 on my left. 17 I've got. 18, sir. 18,000, 18,000 in the room. 90, it's got to be 20, sir. 20 I've got. It's going to have to be fast for this one, sir. 20, 21. I'll come to you in a mo. I'm coming. I see you all, don't worry. 22, who's in then? 23, 24. 23 is your bid, sir. 23,000. Gentlemen standing at 23, 24, 25, sir. 25. It's a good car at £25,000. Gentlemen standing in the glasses at £25,000. 26,000. 26,000 on the sale room. 27 online. It's got to be 28, sir. Thank you anyway. I've got 28 on the internet. 29 I'd like. Thank you anyway, sir. At £28,000. It's here to sell. Make no mistake, at only £28,000. At 29,000 he's back. At 29,000. 30 if you want it. Straight in at 30. It's got to be 31, sir. Thank you anyway. At £30,000 on the internet. That's a bit more like it. At £30,000 it is. At 30,000. At £30,000. I'll do 30 and a half if you want it, sir. 30 and a half. He's having a think. No, I'm going to sell it then for 30 and a half. He's back at 30,500. 31 if you want it. They're straight back in at 31, sir. 30, thank you anyway. I like a cheeky little late bids. Thank you very much. On the 87 Silver Spur, I have 6,500 looking for 7. At £6,500, looking for 7. On the Rolls Royce, at 6,500, 7, 7,500. I've got 7, 7,500. Shakes his head at £7,500 then with me on the book then at £7,500. At 7,500. I will take 100. 7,600. I got 7,800, sir. At 7,800. At £7,800. He shakes his head at £7,800. I'm looking for 8,000 would be nice. At £7,800. Last chance, everyone, then. It's going to be provisional. At £7,800. Last chance, everyone. At 7,800. That's with me on the book at 1032, provisional.
Lot 37 is the 1976 MGB Roadster. It comes with a collection of invoices plus the current V5C. It's finished in pale primrose, matched to a black interior. It's been re-engineered to carry chrome bumpers. Subject to mechanical refresh in the last 2 years, and it was previously restored by MS Associates of Norfolk. Bonny looking thing, Steve.
Being sold without reserve. I've got a few bids. Let's start me at 2,000 I'd like. Well, 2,000 I'd like. They're cheeky bids. Who's going to bid me 2,000 on this one? 2,000. Anyone want it? At £2,000. We're going the wrong way. £1,000 I'll take. £1,000 if you want it. What we got? £1,000. Shall I sell it then? At £1,000. I'm looking for 1,200. Make no mistake, it's here to sell. It's on the market. I've got 1,200. It's got to be 14, sir. Back of the room. 14. You're in. 1,400. 1,600. It's got to be 1,800, sir, if you want it. 1800, he's in. He nods his head. Coming back in, internet. No? I'm going to... Yes, 2000. It's got to be 22, sir, back of the room. 22, he's in. It's still a bargain at 2,200 in the room. 24 I've got. 24, it's got to be 26. 26, got to be 28, sir, back of the room. At £2,600 then on the internet at 2,600. At £2,600. Make no mistake, I am going to sell it at £2,600. It's on the market. It's here to sell. There's lots of you hovering online. Don't lose it for £200. I'm going to sell. Hammers up at £2,600. Last chance, everyone, at 2,600. 2,600 then to the internet. And that is by a 106591.
Lot 38 is the 1916 Willis Overland Model 83 Tourer. That's understood to have come to Europe during World War I for use as a US staff car in what they term the 1718 war. But anyway, offered with operational manual, collection of invoices and current V5C. Subject to quite a lot of recommissioning in 2023 and 2024. Fired right up and drove straight off the trailer when it was dropped off. It's an imposing and powerful Edwardian Tourer. You've got that 3.9 litre four-cylinder engine, so plenty of torque. It's been dated by the Veteran Car Club of Great Britain. It's got a nice pattern about it. Just great. Steve.
Thank you very much. And we're going to have to start with me at 74, 76, 78, £8,000 on the book, looking for 82. At £8,000, I'm looking for 82 on the Willies. At £8,000, looking for 82. Who's coming in? Surely. At £8,000, £8,000 I've got. 82, 82 on the sale room. 84 with me. 84 with me. 86 I'd like. 86 on the sale room. 88 with me. 9,000 if you want it, sale room. 9,000 I've got. Seize out the book. At £9,000, I'm going to go to the telephone at 92 if you'd like it. At £9,000, it's on the sale room. I'm going to put that bid forward at £9,000. Make no mistake, it's going to be provisional. At £9,000, telephone, you're coming in at 92. At 9,000 then, sale room bid, 92 it is. 10,000, you're in at 10. At £10,000. We'll go 10-2, we'll be nice. At 10,000, nope, at 10,000, 10,000 I've got. Your bid, sir, at £10,000 on the telephone. I'm looking for 10-2. At £10,000, it's still going to be provisional. At 10,000, your bid on the telephone. At £10,000, I see you hovering online. Last chance at 10,000. Telephone bid. Is that 2009? Thank you very much. Provisional.
Lot 39 is the 1998 Volvo S70 XT. This is coming from long-term ownership, supplied with a history file that contains old MOTs and invoices. Also displaying 37,000 miles from new. It's a rare survivor. Can't think of the last time I saw one, Steve.
No, I actually really like this car. It's really nice. And who'll bid me then? It's no reserve. £1,000. You win at 1,000, straight in. £1,000 on the internet, on bid path at £1,000. Who's coming in at 1,200? Opening bid, maiden bid. I'm going to sell it. Thank you. On the sale room at 1,200. At £1,200. At 1,400 I'd like. 1,400 I've got on bid path. 1,600 sale room. It's all online. You're coming in. 1,600 on the sale room. Thank you. At 1,600. £1,600 on the Volvo. At £1,600, I look around the room. I'm going to sell it then to the sale room at only £1,600. Hammers up. Make no mistake, it's here to sell and on the market at £1,600. 1,600 to the sale room. 4056, thank you very much.
Lot 40 is the 1994 Bentley Turbo RL. These were hand-built cars. They were the most expensive Bentley that you could buy in the early 90s. So this is one of just 25 that were made to right-hand drive specification during the 1995 model year. It was treated to almost £20,000 worth of servicing and improvement work by Rolls-Royce and Bentley specialists, Shadow Vehicle Services and Prestige Services since 2020. It's elegantly finished in a red pearl with sandstone hide upholstery. 82,000 recorded miles, but could pass for a much, much younger machine. Color-coded front wing vents, mesh inserts, matrix grille, huge value for money. It's currently undergoing a number plate transfer, so you can drive it away today. It is MOT tested and taxed under the previous plate A6 LWL, and the new V5C will be forwarded to a successful purchaser. So very, very imposing, much recommended motor car. Steve?
A nice car, bit of interest, £9,000 starts me off. I'm looking for 9.5. At £9,000 on the Bentley, at £9,000, looking for 9.5. Hovering online, I got 9.5 in the room, 10,000 with me. 10,000 with me, 10.5, 11,000 with me. £11,000 with me, looking for 11.5. At £11,000, 11.5, I got 11.8 with me. At 11.8 on the book, looking for 12. At £11,800 on the Bentley Turbo R. At 11,800, it's going to be provisional. At 11,800 pounds, I see you hovering online. It's on the book with me at 11,800 pounds. Last chance, everybody else, at 11,800. Provisional then at 11,800. That's my bid, 1032.
Lot 41 is the 2005 Audi A8 6-litre Quattro W12. It's a warranted 66,000 miles from new. It's just 4 former keepers and comes from a significant private collection. It's the rare and desirable 6-litre W12 engine variant, producing 444 horsepower and shared in part with the Bentley Continental GT. It's accompanied by a very good service history with several stamps from Audi main agents. Steve?
Thank you very much. Bids with me again. I got telephone, Lucas's phone. Going to have to start me, sorry to mess you around down at 6,200, looking for 6.4. At £6,200, it's with me then. I'm looking for 6.4. At 6,200, 6.4, 6.6 with me, 6.6 with me, 6.6 with me. At 6,006, looking for 6.8. At £6,600, I'm looking for 6.8. At 6,600, 6,600, 6,800 in the room. At 6,800, I'm looking for 7. The book is out. 7,000's online. At 7, you want 7.2? He shakes his head. It's on the internet then. At £7,000, at 7,000, I'd like 7.2. I'll go to the telephone in a moment. At £7,000, it's up north of the border for this one. At 7,000, it's going to be provisional. 7.2 if you want it. You're in at 7.2. At 7,002 on the telephone. Coming back in, Scotland. At 7,004, I'd like. At £7,200, there you are at 7.4. It's got to be 7.6. At 7,400 on the internet then. At 7,006 on the telephone. At 7.6. You're coming back in, Scotland. At £7,600. 7.8, there you are. At 7, it's got to be 8,000 if you want it, telephone. At £7,800. At 7, 8,000 is in. 8.2 if you want it, internet. At £8,000 on the telephone. There you are. 8.2, it's got to be 8.4. At 8,200, this is a lot of car. W12. 8.5, you're in at 8,005. I'll take 8.6. 8,005 I've got. 8.6 is online. It's got to be 8. What do you want? 8.8? 8,000. 9,000. 9,000 is the bid. At £9,000 and on the market. On the market at 9,000. 9.2. 9.2. It's got to be 9.4. It's a lot of car, this. At 9,002. 9.4, you're back. 9.4 on the telephone. You're coming back in, internet. At £9,400, at 9,004, they're having a think online. It's on the market, here to sell. At 9,004, 9.6, they're back. It's got to be 9.8. 9.8, he's on the telephone and he's in. Round it up, please. At £9,800, at 9,008, I'm going to sell it. 9,800, are you coming in? There you are, Scotland, at 10,000. It's got to be 10.2. At £10,000, it's off north of the border, 10.2. He's back in on the telephone. 10-4 if you want it, Scotland, at £10,200. On the telephone at 10,200, looking for 10-4. You're hovering. You're going to have one more, or shall I sell it? 10-4, there you are. It's got to be 10-6. 10,006, he's seen it, he likes it. On the telephone at 10-6, 10-8 internet. There you are, nice and quick, 10-8. It's got to be 11. At 10,000, 11,000 they're in. £11,000 is the bid on the telephone. £11,000. At £11,000, you're having to think about it. There you are, 11,002. It's got to be 11.4. 11.5. 11.5 is the bid. 11.5 is the bid. So what should we take? I'm going to let Duncan decide. 11.8 is what he's chosen. 11.8 if you want it, Scotland. At £11,500. I see you hovering. There you are at 11.8. It's got to be 12. 12,000. At 12,000. 12.2 Scotland if you want it. At £12,000. At £12,000. It's on the telephone at £12,000. You're hovering. I see you there at £12,000. Having to think about it. At 12,000. You've been there since the start. At £12,000. The hammer's up. I'm going to sell then at £12,000. Telephone bid at 12,000. £12,000. Thank you, Internet. Thank you, Scotland. It's at 2004. Thank you very much, Lucas. Thank you. Lot 38, the Willys Jeep has sold for £10,000. Good work there in the office.
The Willis Overland. It's not quite cheap.
Sorry? Well, the Willys Overland. Sorry. I'm sorry.
Anyway, lot 42, the 1936 Rolls-Royce 2530 Sedanca DeVille. It's fitted with its original Barker coachwork with twin spare wheels. It's been in the current ownership since 2018. Features the rare and desirable Lucas QK596 headlamps, which are more often found on an SS100 Jaguar. It's offered with chassis card records, owner's handbook, invoices and the current V5C, subject to a previous engine overhaul, and it's been fitted with overdrive. So a very usable thing. Steve.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Where should we start on this one? 20,000 I'd like on this one. Get me started at £20,000, surely. At £20,000. Who's in at 20? Anyone coming in at £20,000? 20,000's your bid, sir. 20 in the room, seated at £20,000. I'm looking for 21. Oh, 20 and a half. 21, sir. 21's your bid, sir. 21,000 seated. 21 and a half if you wanted, Internet. 21 and a half. 22, sir. 22,000 seated at the back there at 22,000. 22 and a half. 23, sir. 23,000 seated. 23 and a half I'd like. 24, sir. 24's your bid, sir. 24,000. 24 and a half, it's got to be 25, sir. You're in at £25,000. 25 and a half. 26,000. At 26,000 in the room. 26 and a half, it's got to be 27. Your bid, sir, at 27,000. Internet, you're coming in at 27 and a half? Yes, you are. 28's the bid, sir. Thank you, at 28,000. Seated at 28,000. 28 and a half. 29, sir. 29,000 is the bid at 29,000. 29 and a half. It's got to be 30. Your bid, sir, at £30,000 and on the market at £30,000. At 30,500. Thank you anyway, sir. At £30,500 on the market. Here to sell at £30,500. I am going to sell. Make no mistake. At £30,500. There it is on my left. At £30,500. The hammer's up. 30,500. That's the Internet, and that is 142177. Thank you, Internet.
Couple more updates.
Oh, they've been working hard. Back office there. Lot 18, the MG 2T has sold, and lot 31, the Range Rover, has sold for £4,000. Well done, guys and girls back there.
Lot 43 is the 2005 MG ZT 190 Plus. Now this has covered just 15,900 miles from new. Comes with its original service book and owner's manual. Only 3 former keepers, finished in ignition blue with black cloth upholstery. It's a rare and increasingly collectible modern classic. Steve.
Thank you very much. A few bids with me. We're going to start at 5,800, 6,000, 6,002, looking for 6,400. At £6,200, looking for 6,400. At £6,200, 6,400, 6,600, 6,800. I got 6,900. You want 7? He shakes his head. It's 6,900 then. With me at 6,900. Still on the book. At 6,900, I'm looking for 7. At 6,900, it will be provisional. At £6,900, looking for 7. Last chance, everybody. At £6,900. On the book then, at 6,900. We're a fair way away, but we will try for you at 6,900 and 1032.
Lot 44 was withdrawn, sadly. Lot 45 is the 2001 Mercedes-Benz CLK 320 Elegance convertible. It's just 41,000 miles from new and 2 former keepers. It's coming from long-term family ownership. It's one of the generously equipped Elegance models. The original book pack is on file, as are the handbook, service book, invoices, MOTs, and the V5C. It's a usable and appealing 4-seater convertible. So, yes, we're showing the lot withdrawn Bentley at the moment, but it is definitely a Mercedes coming up for sale. So, 2001 Mercedes-Benz CLK 320. Steve.
Thank you very much. This is lot 45 of 2001 Mercedes, the CLK. Hoping it's going to slip through. There it is, lot 45. And bids with me start me at £4,200, looking for 4,400. At £4,200, 4,400, 4,600 with me, 4,600 with me, £4,600 with me. I'm looking for 4,800 on the Mercedes at 4,800. I got 4,900. Do you want 5, sir? You're in at 5. Sees out the book at £5,000. This is a hell of a car. At £5,000. Gentlemen standing then. At 5,000. You coming back in, internet? Going to sell it then, provisionally. Gentlemen standing there at £5,000. Last chance, everyone. At £5,000. Gentleman's bid at 5,000. Yours, sir. Provisional. We'll do our best. Your number is 310. Thank you very much.
Lot 46 is the 1955 Cadillac Series 62 Coupe. Wow, what an eyeful. It is believed an all-original example. It still wears its factory livery of metallic green with the light green broadcloth upholstery. It was imported to the UK in 1984 and has been in storage from then till now, so 40-odd years. It's offered as an exciting but non-running project. The 25,800 miles shown on the odometer can't be warranted, but who knows? Plenty of work for the winter months. Steve?
Yep. Where should we start? 2,000? Anyone want to come in at £2,000 on this one? At 2,000 I'd like. 1,000 in the middle. 1,000. Do you want 1,200, sir? 1,200. 1,400. Who wants 1,400? It's your bid at 1,200. 14. 1,600. 1,800. 2,000, sir. It's a lot of car for £2,000. You want it? Shakes his head. 1,800 then. Your bid at 1,800. 2,000. I see you, sir. I'm coming in a mo. 2,200, sir. 2,200. 2,400. 2,600 I've got. 2,600. So it's got to be 2,800, sir. 2,800. Don't worry, I'll come. 3,000 if you want it, sir. On my right. He's having a think. I've got 3,000 online. 3,200, sir. 3,200. 3,400, sir. Shakes his head. 3,400 over here. I got 3,400. It's got to be 3,600, sir. 3,600 online. 3,600 in the room, sorry. 3,600, 3,800 online. 4,000. 4,000 in the room. 4,000 seated. 4,200. 4,400. Your bid, sir. 4,400. Seated. 4,600 I've got. 4,800. 4,800. He's viewed it at 4,800. I got 5. 5,200, sir. 5,200 seated. Second row. 5,400. 5,600. He nods his head vigorously. 5,006. 5,800. 6,000. At £6,000. At £6,000. 6,200. 6,400. 6,400 seated. 6,600. 6.8, your bid, sir, at £6,800. At £6,800. At 6,008. Are you coming back in, internet? Yes, you are. At 7. It's got to be 7.2, sir. He shakes his head. At £7,000. To the internet, then. At £7,000. 7,000 is the bid. You want 7.1? Shakes his head at £7,000. I'm going to sell to the internet. 7,001. He's in at 7.1. On my right at 7.1. 7.2 if you wanted, internet. At £7,100. Gentleman nonchalantly standing there. 7.2. It's got to be 7.3, sir. Shakes his head. Thank you anyway. At £7,200. It's on the internet. At £7,200. It's on the market. It's here to sell. Make no mistake. At £7,200 to the internet. He's having a think. He's having a think. Does he want one more? At 7.2. You want 7.3 as I'm going to sell it. 7.3. He's back. At 7.3. At 7.3. Is that enough? Or are you coming back in, internet? I'm going to sell then to my room bidder. This is a lot of car, this one. At £7,300. The hammer's up. 7,300, well bought, sir. 128. Your number is 128. Can I see your number? Yep, is that 128? I think it is.
Let's go with 128.
128, thank you, sir. Well done.
Right, lot 47 is the 1963 Morgan Plus 4. The accompanying history file dates back to 1972 for this car and lists only 3 former keepers. It's finished in its original colour scheme of British racing green with tan leather, supplied with full weather equipment. Importantly, it's recently had a full engine overhaul by TR Enterprises to fast road specifications. So these are great fun to drive in standard tune. This one a bit more so with an appealing patina. Steve.
Thank you very much. A few bids on the book with me. We're going to start at £12,000, or with me, looking for 12.5. At £12,000 I'd like. At 12,000 I've got. 12.5 I'd like. At £12,000. Is that a bid, sir? 12.5, 13,000. 13.5, 14,000. 14.5. 15,000. Shakes his head. He shakes his head at 15,000. I'll take 15.2. He still shakes his head. It's with me then at £15,000. At £15,000, I'm looking for 15.2. At £15,000, is this the money then? At 15,000, it's going to be provisional. At £15,000, book bid at 15,000. Last chance online. Last chance, everyone in the room at £15,000. Commission bid at 2064. Thank you very much.
Lot 48 is the 1970 Ginetta G15. This is one of only 796 G15s understood to have been made. Long-term previous ownership for 11 years or so, subject to a self-evident older restoration, and it benefits from the larger, more punchy 998cc sports engine. So again, a great fun thing. Rare as hen's teeth. Steve.
Where should we start? Got £4,000, I think. Online, it's at 4,000. Sees out the book. So who's got 4.2? £4,000 is the bid. I'm looking for 4.2 on the Ginetta at £4,000. At £4,000, looking for 4.2. 4.2. I've got 4.4. I'm after at £4,200. 4,002 is the bid. At £4,200, I'm looking for 4.4. At 4,200, 4.4 in the room, 4.4 in the room, 4.4 in the room. At 4.6 if you wanted, internet. At 4,400, 4.6, 4.8 in the room. At £4,800, looking for 5. You're coming back in, internet. Shall I sell it provisionally then? 5,000. At £5,000, I've got 5.2 in the room. At 5,002 in the room. At 5,002. At 5.4 I'd like. Coming back in, internet. At £5,200. At 5,004. One more, sir. 5,006 in the room. At 5,006. At 5,006. Looking for 5.8. Internet, you're coming back. At £5,600. At 5,006, that's a room bid. It's going to be provisional. at £5,600. Last chance, internet. I see you hovering. At
Right at the back row. Can you see?
5,800.
Gentleman
Your
in the
bid
cap.
at 5,800. Gentleman in the hat at 5,008. 6,000. He shakes his head. At 5,008. Sneaks in at the end there, sir. At 5,008. I'll give you a moment, internet, to come on in. It's going to be provisional, sir. At £5,800. Last chance, internet. Last chance, room bidder. He shakes his head. At £5,800 is your bid, sir. At 5,800. That's going to be provisional. At 5,800, your number is, sir. It's in there somewhere. 297. They'll have a quick word with the office to see what they can sort out for you.
Lot 49 is the 1975 MGB Roadster. It's a desirable overdrive example. It comes with full weather equipment, including a rare hardtop, being converted to chrome bumpers, mini light style alloy wheels, good history file, and a dateless registration number. Steve.
Thank you very much. Being sold without reserve. I've got two conflicting bids. So we're starting with me at £1,000. £1,000 is the bid, looking for 1,200. At 1,200 I've got, this is out my book bids. At £1,200, £1,400. One moment, so I see you, sir. 1,600 is the bid, sir. 1,600, 1,800, 2,000, 2,2, sir. 2,2, 2,4 at the back there. 2,6 at the front here. 2,004 is the bid, back of the room. 2,6 online, it's got to be 2,8, sir. At 2,006 is the bid with me, then on the internet. You want 2,8, sir? 2,8 I've got on the sale room. At 2,008, 3,000 if you wanted, internet. At £2,800. At 2,008, lots of you hovering. At £2,800, I'm looking for 3,000 I've got on the internet. 3,002 I'd like. At 3,000, 3,2 on the sale room. 3,2 on the sale room, lots of you on there. 3,4 I'd like. 3,4 I've got, bid path. At 3,004, 3,6 I'd like. At £3,400, it is being sold without reserve. 3,6 on the sale room. 3,6 on the sale room. 3,8, 3,8 online. 4,000 it's got to be. 4,000 I've got. At £4,000 on the internet. At £4,000, I'm looking for 4,2. It's all online now. At £4,000, make no mistake. 4,2 on the sale room. 4,2 on the sale room. 4,4 if you wanted, internet. Someone on the right, where are you, sir? There you are, madam. At £4,400 is your bid, madam. At £4,400. At 4,004, have they gone quiet online? No, they haven't. 4,6, got to be 4,8, madam. Thank you anyway. At £4,600 is the bid. At 4,006, make no mistake, I'm going to sell it at £4,600 on the MGB. At £4,600, hammers up. You want 4,7? Shakes her head at 4,006. Here to sell then on the market at 4,600. £4,600 to the internet, and that is 106591.
Lot 50 is the 2004 Toyota Crown Majesta. It's going to be one of the rarest things here today. It's showing 109,000 recorded kilometers, which works out at about 68,000 miles. It's the even rarer four-wheel drive variant with a 4.3-litre V8 engine and 6-speed automatic gearbox. It's had a recent new battery, brake discs and brake pads all round, and it was subject to a cam belt and water pump change at Lexus Sheffield in May 2024. So, yeah.
2004, the Crown Majesta. It's the first time I've sold one of these, I think.
Absolutely.
£6,000. £6,000 I've got on the book, looking for 6,500. At £6,000 then, with me. At £6,000, there's been some interest in this. Lots of phone calls, lots of people viewing it. 6,500, 7,000. At 7,000, 7,500. I got 7,800 with me. At 7,800, looking for 8,000. At £7,800, I'm going to put this bid forward. At £7,800. At 7,800 is the bid. At £7,800, last chance, everyone. At 7,800. At £7,800 then, with me on the book at £7,800. £100. That is buyer 1032. Thank you very much. And sorry, it's a bit faster than I should have been.
Right, lot 51 is the 1939 Riley 12 horsepower saloon. This is one of the Nuffield Rileys. It's a rare thing, one of only 575 or so made. Said to be a very original example, ideal for oily rag or full restoration treatment. The engine is free, but it has been in storage for several decades until being unearthed about 5 years ago. So rare survivor and an interesting project for somebody. Steve?
Lots and lots of interest in it. Again, being sold without reserve. We're going to have to start with me at £3,200. At 3,002, I'm looking for 3,400. At £3,200 on the Riley. At 3,002, looking for 3,400, 3,400, 3,600. At 3,600, you want 3,800? He shakes his head. One cheeky bid then at 3,600. I'm looking for 3,800. At £3,600, make no mistake, it's on the market, and I am going to sell at £3,600. The hammer's up at 3,600. 3,700, still with me at 3,800. I'll take 3,900. It's still with me then at £3,800. 3,900 if you want it. He shakes his head at 3,800 then. At 3,800, I'm going to sell at £3,800. Last chance, everyone at 3,800. 3,800. My bidder at 1,000.
Right, lot 52 is the 1998 BMW Z3M Roadster. Now this is low mileage for the year and collectible Z3 in a great colour scheme with a factory hardtop. It's one of only 991 right-hand drive examples made. That low mileage is 77,000 and is supported by a comprehensive BMW and specialist service history. It's last serviced a bit over 1,000 miles ago, comes with a no advisories MOT, and it also benefits from 4 new tyres. Also, the toolkit and manuals plus the book pack are with the car, so a lot there for the money and huge fun to drive. Steve?
Interest in this again? The book is out, actually. We're online at 9,000. At 9,000, looking for 9,500 on the Z3M. 9,500, 9,500, 10,000 I'd like. At 9,500, 10,000, 10,000 I've got. 10,500 I'd like. At £10,000. It's all online at the moment at £10,000. At £10,000, who's coming in at 10,500? I see you hovering. Online at 10,000, 10,500, 11,000 I'd like. At 10,500, it's on the internet. At £10,500, 11,000 I'd like. At £10,500, is that a bid at the back there? Nope, shakes his head. At £10,500, looking for 11. At £10,500, see you all hovering. Online at £10,500, at 10,500. 11,000, £11,000 I've got in the room. At £11,000, I'm looking for 11,500. At £11,000, room bid, gentleman standing right at the back there. At £11,000, £11,000 is the bid. Looking for 11,500. 11,500, 12,000. 12,200, 12,400, 12,600. 12,800 at £12,800. He shakes his head. It's at 12,800. I'd like 13,000. At £12,800, I will put that bid forward for you. At £12,800, sir. At £12,800, it's going to be provisional. At £12,800. Your number, please, sir, is 149. Thank you very much.
Lot 53 is the 1954 Bentley R-Type. Now, this is one of just 2017 R-Type standard steel saloons made. As my colleague Lucas pointed out in his preview, it really is a nice example. It was formerly owned by an ex-Bentley engineer and subject to much mechanical improvement during his circa 10-year tenure. It's had a recent new starter motor and ignition system fettling, which was late 2022. Comes with the RREC copy world records, original handbook, assorted bills and various tools. I drove it for the photography session and it was quite happy going uphill and down dale. very well-behaved car, and indeed it was driven to the sale. It's got a lovely original interior, much recommended. Steve.
Thank you very much. I've got £18,000 with me on the book at 18,000. I'm looking for 18 and a half at £18,000. At 18,000, 18.5, 19 interest, 19.5, 20,000 with me at £20,000. At £20,000, 20,500. I've got 20,800 with me. He shakes his head. At £20,800, I'm looking for 21. At 20,800, I will put this bid forward. At £20,800, last chance, everyone. At £20,800 on the book then. At 20,800, looking for 21. I will put this bid forward then at £20,800, and that is 1032.
Lot 54 is the circa 1939 MG SA Special. This was built in 39 but not registered till the following year. It was converted by E.L. Woods after World War II, who raced it at Alton Park and various venues. It's reputed to have a fully balanced engine. It's now in need of recommissioning after a period of storage, but it is an interesting pre-war six-cylinder four-seater special. It's still registered with the DVLA, although a new V5C will need to be applied for. It's VSCC eligible. Immediately previous keeper has been in touch and remembers ton-up motoring in it. So brave man. Steve.
Thank you, thank you. I've got a few bids on the book. We're going to start with me at 6,000. At £6,000 then with me. I'm looking for 6.5. At £6,000. At £6,000 only. At £6,000. Interest coming in at £6,000. We'll try it in twos, shall we? At 6,000. Now we get some hands. 6.2, 6.4, 6.6, 6.8. 7,000, 7.2 with me. At 7,002 with me. 7.4, 7.6 with me. At 7,600. It's going to be provisional still. At 7.6. At £7,600. At 7,600. I'm looking for 7.8. At £7,600, it's going to be provisional. It's on the book at 7.6. I take 7.8 at 7,600, provisional then. You sure, sir? At £7,600, provisional at 7,600. I'll take 7.7. He shakes his head. At 7,600 then. That's my buyer at 2,064.
Thank you. Couple of updates.
They've been working hard, haven't they? Lot 48, the Ginetta, lovely car, has sold for 5,800. Lot 45, the Mercedes, has sold for £5,000. Good work in the office there.
Lot 55 is the 1999 Porsche 911 Carrera 4. Now, amazingly, this is warranted to have covered 12,500 miles from new. It's only two owners. The vendor acquired it when it was only 18 months old. As you might expect, it is exceptionally original, accompanied by a strong service history with the vast majority from official Porsche centres. It's fitted with various exclusive program options, which meant it was transferred from the regular production line to Porsche's hallowed Werk building. So very, very handsome, very low mileage, increasingly collectible. Steve.
Thank you very much. I'd like to start at 20,000 on this one. At £20,000, who's coming in? Surely at 20,000. At £20,000 on this one. At 20,000, there you are at 20 in the room. At 20, 20,005, 21, 21 and a half, 22, 22, 22.5, 23, 23.5, 24. 24 and a half, 24 and a half, 25, 25 and a half thousand, standing at £25,500, 26,000 if you want it. He shakes his head at £25,500, at 25,500, I'm looking for 26, at £25,500, it's your bid, sir. You want to bid against yourself? No, but
Lot 56 is the 2000 Land Rover Defender 90 TD5. Now, this has recently been fitted with a new galvanised chassis from KD Land Rover. It's been in the current family ownership since 2016. It's benefited from some £12,800 worth of improvements, not including the chassis, during the vendor's time, showing just 79,000 recorded miles. Steve?
I'm going to have to start with me at 6,200. 6,200 on the book at 6,200. And I'm looking for 6,004, 6,4, 6,6, 6,8, 7,000. £7,000 with me on the book and for sale at 7,000. Looking for 7,2. It's on the book. 7,2 sees out the book. 7,2 on the internet. 7,4 on the telephone. 7,4 on the phone. 7,6 if you're coming back in internet. Make no mistake, I am going to sell it. 7,6, 7,8 it's got to be. At 7,600 then, it's on the internet at 7,600. He's having a think. No, he's not. At 7,6, 7,8 on the sale room. 7,800 on the sale room. 8,000 if you want it. Internet, I'm going to sell it then. No, I'm not. £8,000 on bid path at 8,000. 8,2 if you're coming back in. At £8,000 is the bid, and it is on the market, and I am going to sell for 8,2 back on the sale room at 8,002. Coming back in internet. 8,4 I'd like at £8,200. 8,002 is the bid. Hammers up at £8,200. It's on the market and here to sell then at £8,200. Last chance, everyone in the room at 8,002. Number, please. 4037. Thank you very much.
Lot 57 is the 2002 MG TF 135 Sprint. Now, this has only covered 75,000 or so miles from new, subject to a documented engine overhaul in 2017, comes with a hard top, and it's offered with a large history file. We've had it running and driving here at the sale. Nice little thing. Steve?
Lovely. Lots of interest again. No reserve. We're going to have to start 1,400, looking for £1,600. At £1,400 is the bid. Opening bid, you want it at 1,600, 1,600, 1,800. It's got to be 2,000. 2,000. 2,000 sees out the book. Lucas's phone then at £2,000 on my left at £2,000. Looking for 2,2. I'm going to sell then to my telephone bidder. Lucas's phone at 2,002. It's got to be 2,4 telephone. 2,002 is the bid. Gentleman standing at 2,002. At 2,002. He's having a good think about it. It's your competition there. 2002, 2004 I've got. It's got to be 2,600, sir. Want 2.5? Thank you anyway. 2,400 on the telephone then. At £2,400. It's being sold. It's on the market at £2,400. The hammer's up. Make no mistake, it's going to sell at £2,400. Lucas's phone then at 2,400. 2,400. Is that 2,010? Thank you very much.
Lot 58 is the 2006 Jaguar XKR 4.2S white badge. Now, this is one of just 200 XKR 4.2S run-out limited editions that are thought to have been produced. It's got numerous special features, including revised Jaguar white badging. It's finished in copper black metallic, which is one of 4 colours available for these special editions. It's a low warranted 51,500 miles shown on the odometer. No fewer than 15 services on file, including 3 main dealer. It was pre-registered by Stratstone-Stoke-on-Trent, but it's been one private owner ever since. Steve?
Thank you very much. And I've got bids straight in on the internet. Sees out the book at £8,000. It looks like it's off to my neck of the woods, off to Bristol. At £8,000, I'm looking for 8,500. At £8,000, at 8,850 I've got. It's on the internet. At 8,500, it's all online. 9,000 I'd like. At £8,500 is the bid. 9,000 back to Bristol at £9,000. At £9,000 looking for 9,500. At £9,000 is the bid. At £9,000. £9,000 we've got. We'll try it in twos, shall we? See if we get a bit more interest in this one. We're a fair way away from the bids. At £9,000, I'd like 9-2. At £9,000. At £9,000, I'm going to accept this bid provisionally. 9-2, no, I'm not. Coming back in, Bristol at 9-4. At £9,200. 9-4, back to Bristol. 9-6 if you want it, Windsor. At £9,400. At £9,004, I'm going to take this bid provisionally then. We will see what we can do for you. At £9,400, 9-6, back to Windsor. Don't let it go for £200, Bristol. At £9,006, there you are. At £9,008, it's £10,000 if you want it. At £9,800, £9,008 is the bid. I'm going to accept this bid provisionally then at £9,800. Last chance, everybody, at £9,800. It's a lot of car for £9,800. It's going to go provisionally then at £9,800, 174037.
Lot 59 is the 1924 Sunbeam 1440 Tourer. This car had just 2 owners in its first 56 years, so up until 1980. It's been subject to a full cosmetic restoration since being purchased by the vendor in 2013, which included a complete repaint and retrim. Had benefited from an extensive mechanical overhaul prior to that, including the engine. It's covered approximately 800 miles since the cosmetic work was done, including a couple of long-distance trips. Comes with an extensive history file containing the original Buff logbook. It's a very smart vintage Tourer. Steve.
Thank you very much. I've got 13.5, 14, 14.5, 15,000. Starts me looking for 15.5. At £15,000, see some hands. 15.5, 16,000. 16,000 with me at 16,000. 16.5's your bid, sir. I got 16.8. Do you want 17, sir? 17,000 is your bid, sir. On my left, standing at £17,000. At £17,000, standing nonchalantly against the post there at 17,000. I think you may have done. It's going to be provisional, sir. 17.2. It's got to be 17.4, sir. 17.4. You're in at 17,400. At 17.4, you coming back in, internet? Or was it just one bid? At £17,400, there you are. 17.6, got to be 17.8, sir. 17.8, standing on my left. You're going to round it up, internet. At £17,800, looking for 18. At £17,800, it's going to be provisional. At 17,008. 18,000, 18.2, sir. 18.2, you're in. At 18,200, standing on my left. At £18,200, looking for 18.4. Coming back in, internet. 18.4, there you are. It's got to be 18.6, sir. 18.6, standing. At £18,600, looking for 18.8. At £18,600, 18.6, standing on my left. At 18.6, internet. Are you coming back in, or shall I sell provisionally for 18,600? There you are at 18.8, rounded up, sir, to 19. Thank you, at 19,000. At 19,000. At 19,000, looking for 19.2. At £19,000, gentleman's bid at 19,000. Internet, are you coming back in at 19.2, or shall I sell it provisionally then at £19,000? Last chance, internet, on the 1924 Sunbeam Tourer at £19,000, provisional. On my left then at 19,000. Your bid, sir, your number is 108. Have a quick word with the office and they'll sort things out for you. Thank you very much.
Okay, lot number 60 is the 2006 Maserati 4200 Cambio Corsa, showing a credible 47,000 miles. It's finished in Alfieri grey with a tan leather interior. Recent clutch fitted by a Maserati main dealer, which is no small job on one of those. Very, very stylish modern GT. Steve.
Bit of interest in this one. Starts me at 5,000, looking for 5.2. On the Maserati at £5,000, looking for 5.2. At 5.2, 5.4. 5.6, 5.8 with me at £5,800, still with me at 5,008. You want 6, sir? He shakes his head at £5,800. Then it's with me still at £5,800 on the book. 6,000 sees out the book. On my right, on the sale room at £6,000. And make no mistake, I will put this bid forward at £6,000 on the Maserati. At £6,000 to the sale room then. It's going to be provisional. At £6,000, we'll do our best for you, sale room. At 6,000, number please. 4022, thank you, sale room.
Lot 61 is the 1986 Mercedes-Benz 560 SEL. These were the best saloon car in the world when they were new. This one's previously restored, including a full respray by Paintology Limited of Nottingham, automatic gearbox refurbishment by Oak Dean Automotive Transmissions, and mechanical fettling by Merckserv and Elm Tree Garage. It's also had attention in the past paid to the brakes, suspension, ignition and fuel systems, not to mention an upgrade to the aircon, plus new internal bulbs to the instrument cluster. So a lot of work done to it in the past. Still a very imposing motor car. Steve.
Thank you very much. I've got 5,000 online. I've got 5,500 on the book. 5,500 looking for 6. At £5,500, I'm looking for 6. At £5,500, £6,000. I've got 6,500 with me. At 6,500, I'm looking for 7. At £6,500. At 6,500, I will put the bid forward. No, I won't. The book is out. It's online at £7,000. At £7,000, we're trying 2s now. At 7,000, looking for 7-2. At £7,000, it's off to the internet then. At £7,000, it will be provisional. At £7,000, last chance, everyone in the room. At £7,000. 7 it is then, provisional at 7,000, that's 129,558.
Lot 62 is the 2009 Land Rover Defender 110 pickup. Actually showing about 130,000 miles, benefits from a wax oil treatment of the chassis, comes with a tow bar, hard top cover and winch. It's the desirable 2.4 TDCi diesel engine, 6-speed manual, again a versatile pickup. Has been company registered and company used since new, so when it sells today, the hammer price is subject to VAT as well as the buyer's premium, so bear that in mind. Steve.
Thank you very much. I got 9,000 with me, looking for 9,500. It's with me on the book at £9,000 only. I'm looking for 9,500. Who's coming in at £9,000? At £9,000. I see you hovering. Online, I got 9,500 in the room, 10,000 with me. At £10,000 with me, 10,500 in the room. 10,500 in the room sees out the book. I'm looking for 11. At £10,500, gentlemen seated at the back there. At £10,500. At £10,500, I'm looking for 11. £11,000. You want 11,500, sir? He shakes his head. £11,000. £11,000 is the bid to London then. At £11,000, it's going to be provisional. At £11,000 only. Last chance, everyone. I will put this bid forward at £11,000. Last chance, everyone in the room. It's going online then, off to London at £11,000. And that is 157,466.
Lot 63 is the 1979 Austin Morris Mini Clubman. This began life as a Clubman estate before being converted to a van. It was restored in 2018 or thereabouts by the previous keeper. It's been operated with a 1275cc A-series engine, mini light style alloy wheels, a wooden dashboard. It's finished in the attractive colour combination of battleship grey with black bumpers and wheels. Great fun. Steve.
Thank you very much. £4,000 starts me on the book at 4,000, and I'd like 4.5, 4.2, 4.2 to get me going. 4.2, 4.4, 4.6, 4.6, 4.8, 5,000, 5.2 with me. 5.2, he shakes his head, so on with me. Then at 5,002, I'm looking for 5.4. At £5,200, at 5.2, you're hovering. Online, you're coming in at £5,200, looking for 5.4. 5,002. I will take 5.3, but I've got 5.4 with me. At 5.4, you want 5.5. Shakes his head at £5,400 with me then. At 5,004, who wants 5.5? At £5,400, I will put this bid forward then. At £5,400. You sure, sir? At 5,400 it is then, on the book at 5,400, and that is buyer 2064.
Lot number 64 is the 1998 Aston Martin DB7. This is fitted with a rare and desirable manual gearbox. Most of them were automatic. Had newer rear brake, suspension and cylinder head gasket within the last few thousand miles. Showing 87,000 miles to the odometer. Has the supercharged 3.2 litre AJ6 engine and supplied with a fresh MOT for the new owner. Steve.
Thank you. Couple of conflicting bids, so we're going to actually have to start with me. Duncan at 6,005, looking for 7. At £6,500, looking for 7. 7,075 with me. 7,500, looking for 8. At £7,500 is the bid. Sure, sir. 7,005 still with me then, on the book. On the DB7 manual at £7,500. Make no mistake, I'm going to put this bid forward at £7,500 on the Aston Martin DB7 at £7,500. I'm looking for 7.8 at £7,500. That is the bid. I'm going to put it forward. It's on the book at £7,500, and that is 3036. Best of luck.
Lot 65 is the 2001 Range Rover 2.5 litre turbo diesel Bordeaux limited edition. I made 200 Bordeaux editions for the UK market, 100 petrol and 100 diesel like this one. Current registered keeper bought it through us in 2021 and since then spent a lot of money, including new suspension bags and compressor, headlining, paint correction and more, so rather smarter than when he acquired it. Rare P38 limited edition. Steve.
Thank you. A couple of conflicting bids mean we're going to have to start with me at £1,500. At £1,500 on the book then at £1,500. Make no mistake, I've got a telephone on this one. I'm going to go to them. 1,008. Your bid, sir, sees out the book at 1.8. Looking for 2. I've got. Where am I? 1.8. I've got your bid at 1.8. 2,000's in the room. 2.2. 2.4. It's got to be. 2.2's your. I got 2.4, 2.6, 2.8. Nice and quick, lots of interest. 2.8, 3,000, 3.2, 3.2, 3.4. Thank you anyway. At 3,002 on the telephone. At 3,002. Thank you, gentlemen. At 3,002. Looking for 3.4. There you are at 3,004 on the internet. It's off to Cheshire at 3,002. 3.4. 3.4. I mean, it's got to be 3.6. At 3,004, 3.6 you're in. At 3.6 on the telephone. At 3,600 on the telephone then. At 3,006, lots of you hovering online. There you are at 3.8, it's got to be 4. 4,000 on the telephone. They viewed it at £4,000, 4.2 if you wanted internet. At £4,000, make no mistake, it is on the market and here to sell to the telephone bidder. At £4,000, the hammer's up. Make no mistake, lots of you hovering. 4.2, it's got to be 4.4. 4.4, he's straight back in at 4,400. Don't leave it to the last minute, internet. It's not eBay. At £4,400, I'm going to sell it. The hammer's up at 4.4. I'd like 4.6, but I will sell at £4,400. Hammer's up at 4.4. Telephone bid, 4,400. Is that 2003? 2016. Thank you very much.
Okay, lot 66 is the 1933 Morgan three-wheeler Super Sports. It's a desirable Jap-engined water-cooled V-twin Morgan. It was subject to a comprehensive body and engine overhaul in 2003. It's affectionately known as Castrol because of the green and red colours. Was previously displayed at the Haynes International Motor Museum. Comes from, well, second of 2 Morgan collections. It's in need of some light recommissioning, but just a wonderful thing. Steve.
Excellent, lots of interest. What have I got? 10, 10.5, 11,000 with me on the book. 11,000 with me on the book. 11.5, I'll come to the phones in a minute in the room. 11.5, 12,000 if you want it. 11,500. 11.5, Where are we? In the room?
At the back of the room.
Back of the room, there you are, sir. I got 12.5, it's got to be 13, sir. 13,000, back of the room at 13,000. 13.5, it's got to be 14, sir. 14,000, standing at the back, 14.5, 15, sir. 15,000, back of the room at 15.5, it's got to be 16, sir. Shakes his head. You sure? I got 16 anyway. Thank you anyway, sir. 16.5. I'll come to the telephones in a minute. At 16.5. Don't slow down now, internet. At 16.5. 17 on the telephone. 17.5 if you want it. 18,000. 18,000 in the middle at 18. Sorry, just before you. I got 18,000. Your bid, sir, at 18. 18.5. I got 19,000. It's got to be 19.5, sir. I got 19.5. Let's let the internet run for a moment. 19.5, who wants it? 20,000. You're in at 20. 20 and a half, sir. I got 20 and a half. No, 20,000's your bid. 20 and a half, sir. Shakes his head. At 21, 20 and a half I'd like. 20 and a half. Having to think about it now. Oh, it's so exciting. He's in at 21,000. It's got to be 21 and a half, Lucas. 21,250. All that extra typing, Duncan. I'm so sorry. 21,250. Same one. It's got to be 20. What are we on? You've confused me now. 21 and a half if you want it. Doesn't take much. No, he shakes his head. The cheeky 250 bid. There we are, back in at 21,000. Just keeping his powder dry at 21,500. 21,750. 22,000 your bid, sir. 22,250. 22 and a half. 22 and a half. 22,750. 23. 23,750. 23,250. 23,250 is the bid. Lucas's phone. You sure, sir? At 23,250 and on the market, obviously. Your bid at £23,250. I'm going to sell. Make no mistake. At £23,250. Last chance, sir. 23,250. Number, please. 2002. Thank you, Lucas. Good bidding. Thank you, sir.
Lot 67 is the 1988 BMW 520i Lux. A credible 47,000 miles and 2 former keepers shown on HPI. Comes with a history file that includes the current V5C, the original toolkit, finished in bronze beige metallic with a cream cloth interior, and as an E28 Series 5 Series, very sought after, Steve.
Yeah, I love this one. It's a beautiful car. I've got some interest. We're going to start with me at 8,000. At 8,000, we'll go 8.5 if we can. At £8,000, it's with me. At 8,000, let's try 2, see if we can get people going. Are we in at 8.5? 8.5 we've got. So he's out the book at 8.5. At 8.5, I'd like 9. At £8,500, seated at the front here, hovering online. Let's try 8.8 at £8,500. Lots of you hovering, but I am going to put this bid forward for you, sir. At £8,500, gentlemen seated, front row, last chance internet at £8,500. My favourite car in the sale at £8,500. Your bid, sir, at 8.5, provisional. Your number is 294. Have a quick word with the office, sir, and they'll sort something out for you.
Lot 68, sadly, was withdrawn, so the next lot is lot 69, which is the 1930 Riley 9 Brooklyn Speed model.
Let's start this at 30,
now,
please.
this has been
30.
in the current, sadly
30.
deceased ownership
30.
since 19...
Lots and lots of interest in this.
Sorry, I was mid.
Sorry?
It's okay. So, as I say, it's been in the current family ownership since 1967. It's referenced in the authoritative book on Riley Brooklands. It's had a lot of hard work done in 2019. Should be eligible for numerous VSCC events. Very special car, very rare. Steve.
Thank you. Sorry to butt in there, Damon. Do apologise. But I have got so much interest in this one. We are going to have to start with me at £30,000 on the book. And I'm looking for 32. 32,000 I'd like. at £30,000. You're all hovering online. Who's coming in? At 32, 34 with me, 34 with me. At 34, it's got to be 36 on the next one. At 34,000, 35,000, 36,000 with me, 36,000. We're going thousands. Who wants it at 37? At 36,000, sorry, £36,000 with me, looking for 37. At £36,000, looking for 37. Make no mistake, I'm going to sell it at £36,000. There it is. What did you say, fully restored? Oh, it could be a lot of money.
Yeah.
£36,000. 36,000 is the bid. And I'm going to sell. Hammers up. Last chance, everyone online. At £36,000. 36,000. That's my bid. 3023.
Lot 70 is the 1985 Aston Martin V8 Volante, star of the show just here in front of the rostrum. This was formerly the property of an Aston Martin Owners Club chairman, just 48,000 miles and 4 former keepers from new. It's very well presented, as you can see. £8,000 worth of expenditure in the last 3 years alone. Previously subject to a full repaint in its original forest green. Beige upholstery, comes with an extensive history file, one of only 439 Weber carburetor-fed V8 Volantes made, most of which went to the States. Previously featured in an Autoglim advert. It's got it all. Steve.
It's a beautiful thing. I do have a few bids on it. We are going to start with me at £90,000. At £90,000, we're going maybe twos, I think, please, Duncan. And I'm looking for 92. At £90,000. Who's coming in? At 90,000 with me. At 90,000, 2 conflicting bids at 90. I'm looking for 92. We'll try it in ones there. 92, you're in at 92, sir. 92, at 92, I got 93, sir. You want 94? 94, you're in at £94,000. I'm looking for 95. There's lots of you hovering online. At £94,000, standing on my left, very nonchalantly leaning against the post. He's been pestering me about this car already. So at £94,000, it's a hell of a car. At £94,000, it's going to be provisional, sir. At £94,000, last chance, everyone. Last chance online. At £94,000 on the V8 Volante. At £94,000, that is provisional. Your number, please, sir, is 137. That's what he came for. Thank you, sir.
Lot 71 is the 2008 Dodge Ram 1500 SXT pickup. Now, this was imported from America in 2021 and subsequently retained by a 4x4 specialist over here for his own use. It is the desirable short wheelbase 4-wheel drive variant. It's also to a very rare specification in that it's got the 3.7 litre V6 and 6-speed manual transmission, which the vendor thinks might well be unique in the UK. It's got a USA-themed number plate with NY and WWE references. It's eligible for the lower £345 per annum tax at the moment. Was driven to the sale. It's as clean on top as it is underneath. Much recommended. Steve.
It's a lot of car here. £4,000 with me. At 4,000 with me, I'm looking for 4-2. At £4,000 with me. At 4-2, 4-4, 4-6, 4-6, 4-6. At 4,600. At 4,000, 4-8. 5,000, 5,000, who's bidding in the back? 5-2, 5-4, 5-4, he shakes his head, it's your bid, sir, 5,400, hovering online, it's a lot of car. 5-6, 5-6 I've got back of the room, sir. 5-8 he's in, 5-8 on my right, 6,000, 6-2, sir. 6-2, you're in. 6-4. 6-4, you're in, sir. Thank you anyway. You want 6.5? 6.5. 6-6 if you want it, sir. 6-6. Thank you anyway. It's £6,600. At £6,600. We're very close. Gentlemen standing in the hat at £6,600. Your bid, sir, at 6-6. It's very close, going to be provisional.
Whoa, right at the back.
Right at the back, that's him. He's the bidder.
Oh, right,
He
okay.
is the bidder.
282, fine.
And he's not bidding against himself.
Right.
282. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Okay, lot 72 is the 1972 Range Rover two-door Suffix A. It's original matching numbers Suffix A. It's had a recent bodywork refurbishment by KRC Automotive, but still requires attention to the wiring and electrics. Running and driving at the sale and certainly worthy of further work. Comes with a history file and current V5C. It's not that long ago that well-restored Suffix A's were getting on for 100 grand, Steve. So, yeah.
Well, what should we start at then? I do have a few cheeky bids on the book of £500. So should we start there at 500? Why not? Why not at 500? 500 I've got. Who's coming in at £1,000? £1,000, thank God for that. £1,000, 1,500. It's all online. I'll come to the room in a mo. 2,000, 2,500, 2,500, 2,500 it is. Looking for 3 at 2,500. 3,000, 3,000 back of the room there. 3,000's your bid. 3,500, 4,000. I got 4.5, sir. Shakes his head at £4,000 online. At £4,000 then. So on the internet at 4,000. Who wants 4.5? At £4,000. At 4,000. I'll take 4.2. 4.5 I've got on the sale room. Yeah. 4.5 on the sale room. At 4,005 on the sale room. At £4,500 it's on the sale room, looking for 5,000 at £4,500. I'll take 4.8. Who wants it at 4.8? 4.8, you're in, sir. Back of the room at 4,008. 5,000 if you want it, sale room. At 4,800, gentlemen standing. 5,000. 5.2, sir. No, yes, yes, in, no. No, takes £5,000, shakes his head. It's on the sale room then. At £5,000 on the Range Rover. 5.2 on the internet. 5.4 I'd like. At £5,200 is the bid at 5.2, and I am going to sell. It is here being sold without reserve. Are you in at 5.4? 5.4, thank you, sale room. 5.6 if you're coming back in, internet. At £5,400, hammers up. Make no mistake, I am going to sell at £5,400 to the sale room at 5,400. Number, please. 4018, lovely, thank you.
Lot 73 is the 1977 Talbot Sunbeam TI competition car. So this is understood to have been built by the Talbot Works as a circuit racer, was subsequently converted into a privateer rally car and campaigned with great success. It's coming from a private rally car collection. It's benefited from a recent engine overhaul. It's a rare opportunity to purchase a special X-Works competition car. Steve.
Thank you very much, thank you very much. Where should we start on this one? 30,000 I'd like on this one. 30,000 if you're coming in at 30. Let's try it a little lower then. Let's try it at 25, see if we can get started on this one at 25,000 I'd like. 25,000 if you're coming in at 25,000. There's the bid at 25 if you want it. I see you hovering online at 25,000. 25, 25. Is that a bid? 25 and a half, 26, 26 and a half, 27, 27 and a half, 28, 28 and a half, 29, 29 and a half. Your bid at 29 and a half. You want 30? At £29,500, room bid then. At £29,500, I'm looking for 30. At £29,500, it's going to be provisional. At £29,500, provisional, 29,500. Your bid number is 296. Thank you, sir.
Lot 74 is the 1992 Ford Sierra Azura. Odometer displays just 41,000 miles. It comes with a good history file with MOT certificates and current V5C. It's riding on recently refurbished alloy wheels and has the benefit of new tyres. It's understood to be one of only 30 Sierra Azuras left registered on UK roads. Has the 1.8 litre engine and the 5-speed manual gearbox. MOT till May this year. Steve.
Thank you very much. Lots of interest in this one. Starts me at 3,000. Looking for 3.2. at £3,000, looking for 3-2, 3-2, 3-4, 3-6, 3-8, 3-9 with me, 3-9 with me, looking for 4, at £3,900 with me, still on the book, looking for 4,000, at £3,900 is the bid, at 3,900, last chance, it's going to be provisional, at 3,000, 4,000 sees out the book, at £4,000 standing. It's a nice looking car this, at £4,000, still going to be provisional, sir, at £4,000, at 4,000, gentleman's bid, at 4,000, I'll take 4-1, at £4,000, last chance everyone, in the room at 4,000, provisional, at £4,000, your number please, sir, is 298, that looks like a good car.
Lot 75 is the 1966 MGB Roadster. Come from long-term family ownership from when it was 10 years old, so since 1976. Comes with a good collection of invoices and the current V5C, subject to a mechanical refresh less than 500 miles ago, which included an engine overhaul, and it's finished in British Racing Green with a black interior. Lovely little thing. Steve.
Very nice. Bids with me. Start me at £5,000. £5,800. 5,008. I'll take 5,900. I'll take 5,900. £5,800. Still with me then at £5,800. Last chance, everybody else. 5,008. It's going to be provisional at £5,800. Provisional at 5,800. That's my bid at 1,032.
Lot 76 is the 1967 Jaguar Mark II 3.8. This is a fantastic opportunity to create an ultimate specification 3.8 litre manual overdrive Mark II. Includes retrimmed upholstery, new wire-wheeled, fresh Michelin XAS tyres, fully refurbished Jaguar 4-speed, all-synchromesh gearbox, comes with a V5C registration document, multiple panels, a lot to get your teeth stuck into. Steve.
Nice thing. Where should we start? £1,000 I'd like on this one, £1,000. Anybody coming in at 1,000? 4,000 or 400? £500. Why not? Why not? It's being sold without reserve at £500. We don't mind. There's a lot of work involved in it though. £500, gentlemen seated. Opening bid, nope, £600. Another one, £700, sir. 700, gentleman's bid at 700. At £700, gentlemen seated at £800. 900, sir. £800 your bid. I got 9 online. I come back to you, sir. 1,000 if you want it, sir. £1,000. 1,100 if you want it, sir. £1,000. 1,100. It's got to be 12, sir. At £1,100 on the internet then at 1,100. Who wants it for 1,002? 1,2, sir. 1,002. He's in at 1,002. On my right, 1,003. 1,003 is the bid on the internet at 1,003. And I'm going to sell at £1,300. Last chance, everyone. At 1,400. Thank you, sir. 1,400. Standing on my right. 1,500. Straight back in at 1,500. What else are you going to do over the winter? At £1,500 I've got. You want another one, sir? At 1,500. I'm going to sell it. Make no mistake. At £1,500. Last chance, everybody. In the room. Online at £1,500. Internet bid, and that's 151,008.
Lot 77 is the 2007 Aston Martin V8 Vantage Roadster. It's a desirable V8 Vantage presented in onyx black with matching obsidian black leather interior. Comes with a number of desirable family options, including factory options even, including Bluetooth, cruise control, Aston Martin premium audio, heated memory seats, and power-fold mirrors. Comes to market having been subject to much recent expenditure, 74,000 warranted miles, and just a stunning looking thing. Steve.
Well, books out. We're starting off at £12,000 on the internet. At £12,000, I'm looking for 12.5. At £12,000, 12.5 I've got. 12.5, looking for 13. At £12,500 on the V8 Vantage Roadster. At £12,500, I'm looking for 13. At 12.13 I've got, off to Harrow, Middlesex, £13,000, looking for 13 and a half. At £13,000, make no mistake, I am going to accept this bid provisionally, and we will put this bid forward. 13,500 in the room, just before you. 13.5, 14 if you wanted internet. At £13,500, 14,000, it's got to be 14 and a half, sir. 14 and a half, it's a good looking car, let's be honest. Your bid, sir, at £14,500. Gentlemen standing, it's going to be provisional. At £14,500, last chance, 15,000. It's going to be 15 and a half, sir. Is he standing next to it? 15.2, why not? We'll take it, sir. At 15,002, at 15,002. Coming in, 15.4, 15.6 if you want it, sir. 15.6, he's in, standing. At 15.6, 15.8 internet, if you want it. On the V8 Vantage, at £15,600, standing. On my right, at £15,600, going to be provisional. Last chance internet at £15,600. Gentleman's bid then, provisional at 15,600. Your number, please, sir, is 298. Best of luck. Have a quick word with the office.
Okay, lot 78 is the 2003 Range Rover Vogue TD6. This is a one-owner car. It was purchased new by the vendor whilst he was a resident of Jersey. It's warranted to recover just 38,000 miles from new. It's an exceptionally original example, finished in the rare colour of Giverny green. It's offered with the original book pack and stamped service book. Interest in these L322s, you can blame that on Jeremy Clarkson and Harry Metcalf. They are seriously going up in value, which is why we've got so many telephone lines, including me. So I'm going to mute this, and good luck, Steve.
Thank you. Thank you. I've got 6 telephones, plenty of bids. We're going to start at 6.5, 7, 7.5, £8,000. Who's coming in at 8,500? At 8,500, gentlemen in the hat, at 8,005, at 8,005, at 8,005, I'm looking for 9. 9,000, Lucas's phone at 9,000, 9,500, it's got to be 10,000. At 9,005, gentlemen, to 10,000, 10,000 just before you, 10 and a half, sir, 10 and a half seated, nice and quick, please, lots of phones, at 10,005, 11,000, it's got to be. Who wants it? Who wants it? Who's in? 11,000, Lucas is in. 11.5, thank you, sir. £11,000, Lucas's phone. 11,000, who wants it at 11.5? Telephones, 11.5 online. It's got to be 12. At 11,005, 12,000 if you want it. At £11,500. At £12,000 I've got. At £12,000, the internet's gone quiet. You're all still hanging around on the telephone. So who's coming in? At 12,500, it is on the market. 12.5 online. It's got to be 13,000. Shakes his head. It's going to go off to Hitchin in Hertfordshire at £12,500, unless one of you telephones is going to come in at £13,000. Luke says no. Who's coming in? James says no.
12,750.
12,750. He does like those little 250 bids, doesn't he? Gets Duncan typing at 12,750, 13 internet if you want it. At £12,750, 13,000. £13,000 I've got. It's got to be 13,250. Shakes his head at £13,000. At £13,000. At £13,000. Any more? Shakes his head. Telephones shake their head at 13,000. It's going to go to my internet bidder at £13,000. 13.1. 13.1. A cheeky 100 bid, but we will take it at 13.1. Internet, same to you at £100 if you want it. 13.2. It's got to be 13.3. At 13.3, he likes the £100 bids. At 13.4, 13.4, are you coming in, Hertfordshire? 13.4, or shall I sell to my phone bidder at £13,300? The hammer's up Make no mistake, 13.4. 13.5. Yes, he wants it at 13.5. He does want it at 13.5. At 13.6, I'd like. 13.6, internet, coming back in at 13,500. Lucas's phone at £13,500. 13.6. 13.7 if you want it. Shakes his head at £13,600. At 13,600. All the telephones are out then. At 13,600. At £13,600. Last chance, I'm going to sell then. Internet bidder at £13,600. £13,600. And that is internet 166209. Well bought.
All right, lot 79 is the 2003 Porsche 911 Carrera. Presented in the appealing combination of silver with full red leather upholstery, displays just 40,250 miles from new, which is corroborated by the MOT history. It's fitted with later 997 5-spoke alloy wheels. Current MOT valid until January 2026 with, we're told, no advisories. Steve.
Thank you very much. Where should we start on this one? I've got 6.5, 7, 7.5, £8,000. 8,000 with me. At £8,000 I'd like 8.5. At £8,000 on this, £8,000 with me. We'll try it in two, see if we can get them going. At £8,000, who's coming in at 8.2? 8.2, 8.4. 8.6, 8.8 with me at £8,800. With me, it's 9,000 if you want it. At £8,800, it's on the book at £8,800. Last chance, everyone, then. I will put this bid forward, commission bid, at only £8,800. Last chance, everyone, at £8,800. And that is commission bid 1032. Thank you very much.
Lot 80 is the 1998 Daimler Super V8. This is showing just 63,000 miles. It has full main dealer service history up until 55,000 miles with a Lancaster Jaguar Reading. Just 4 former keepers. It is a rare and desirable long wheelbase Super V8 example. Current MOT was issued with no advisories as per the last 3 since 2022. A very smart car driven to the sale. Steve.
Thank you very much. I'd like 7,000 on this one. Who's going to bid me £7,000? I'd like on this one at 7,000. 7,000 in the room. 7.2, 7.4, 7.6, 7.8, £7,800. Shakes his head. £7,800 is the room bid at £7,800. I'm looking for 8. On this nice Daimler at £8,000, £8.2, sir. He shakes his head, £8,000 I've got, front and centre at £8,000, at 8,000, 8,002 I'd like, at £8,000. I am going to put this bid forward for you, sir, at £8,000. We will do our best. I'm looking for 8.2. Last chance, everyone, at £8,000. Gentleman's bid, front row, at £8,000. Provisional then. At 8,000, your number, I should have remembered it, 294. Thank you, sir. Best of luck on that one.
Lot 81 is the 1990 Suzuki Santana SJ413 Samurai long wheelbase, which is a long name for a short car. But anyway, it was extensively restored about 10 years ago. It's finished in a striking colour of orange. Built under license by Land Rover Santana SA in Spain. It's a rare, characterful and distinctive classic off-roader. Steve.
Thanks very much. I got bids online at £5,000 to start me off. £5,000 looking for 5.5. At £5,000 on the Suzuki at £5,000 looking for 5.5. 5.5 in the room looking for 6. At £5,500. Who's coming in at 6,000? At 5,000, 6,000. 6.5 in the room looking for 7. At £6,500 looking for 7. At £6,500. Your bid, sir, at £6,500. Don't get too excited, it will be provisional at £6,500. At £6,500, it is provisional. Let's try 6.8. Thank you, Duncan, read my mind. At £6,500, I got 6,008. Got 7,000, sir. 7,000. I've got 7,200. I'd like at £7,000. At £7,000. Room bid. 7,200. I'd like. It's your bid, sir. At £7,000. Last chance, everybody else. At £7,000 on the Suzuki. 7,002. He shakes his head. At £7,200. At 7,002. You sure, sir? At £7,200. I'm going to take this bid, I think, provisionally then. At 7,200. Last chance, everyone else. At £7,200. And that is 157,466. We're a fair way away on that one, but we will do our best.
Lot 82, the 2006 Range Rover 35th anniversary. Sadly, this lot has been withdrawn. It was borrowed by Richard Hammond's daughter for a Drive Tribe feature. Apparently she enjoyed it so much she drove it up to Edinburgh and back down to London. It's just not made its way to Buxton. So we are hopeful of selling it in the near future. If you are interested, please do contact us. It's obviously capable of reasonable mileage. Nice thing, but not here today. So apologies if you've had a wasted journey, but please do contact us. So moving on to lot 83, that is the 1972 MGB GT. It's in need of restoration after a period of storage, comes with a large quantity of club magazines and literature, also a collection of spares including a manifold and midsection stainless exhaust. Definitely a winter project. Evergreen MGB. Steve.
Being sold without reserve, and where should we start then? 500 I'd like. 500 is coming in at £500. £500 only. No one wants it. In the middle. Where were you? Show me who wants it. 500. Changed his mind. Okay, we're going to pass it then. No one wants it at £500. Oh, 500, thank you, sir. £500 on my right. Opening bid. Looks like it's going to be a closing bid. £600. 7, sir. 1,500. 650. You know you like to type, so 650 it is. Thank you, sir. At 650, I'll take 700. So I'm going to sell it. Make no mistake. Room bidder. It's being sold without reserve at £650. The hammer's up. Make no mistake. At £650 only. Goodness me. Well bought, sir. 650. 312.
Lot 84 is the 2012 Morgan three-wheeler. Now, this is from the same stable as the Super Sports. It has had only one registered keeper and covered less than 10,000 miles from new. It does need recommissioning after a period of layup, but a very, very worthwhile project. Comes with the private but appropriate registration number NG03 MOG. These are huge fun. Steve.
Thank you very much. And a lot of interest in this one. Starts me at £12,000 on the book. At 12,000, looking for 12.5. It's a hell of a car at £12,000. At £12,000, 12,500, 13,000, 13,500. I've got 13,800 on the book, looking for 14. At £13,800 on the Morgan three-wheeler. At 13,800. I'll take 14 at £13,800. I am going to put this bid forward at £13,800 only at 13,800. It's going to be provisional at £13,800, and that is 2064.
Lot 85 is the 2006 Aston Martin V8 Vantage Coupe. 67,500 recorded miles, the desirable manual gearbox, 6 former keepers, an interesting and far rarer alternative to a Porsche 911. Steve.
It's a lot of car, this one, and we are starting with me at 15,000, looking for 15.5 on the Aston Martin, the V8 Vantage. £15,000 with me, £15,000, £15,000 with me, 15.5, 16,000, 16.5, 17,000 with me then, on the book still, at 17,000, we're going twos please, at 17,000, looking for 17.2, at 17,000, 17.2, yes, 17.2, 17.4, 17.6, 17.6, 17.8 with me, at 17.8 with me, looking for 18,000, at £17,800. I'm looking for 18,000 on this one. On the Aston Martin, the V8 Vantage at 17.8. I will try it for you provisionally at 17.8. 10.32, thank you very much. Thank you. The V8 Volante, lot 70, has sold. So hopefully we get a few more Astons away as well.
Moving on to the registration plates, the first of which is lot 86, which is the registration number MBZ39, so perfect for a Mercedes-Benz, offered on a retention certificate. Steve.
Thank you very much. I've got a couple of bids. We're going to start with me at 2, 2, 2, 2, 4, 2, 6, 2, 8, 3,000 with me. 3,000 looking for 3, 2. At £3,000, looking for 3, 2 on this one. At £3,000, looking for 3, 2. At 3,000, I will accept this bid provisionally then at £3,000. 3, 2 I've got. 3, 2 is the bid. Off to the Channel Islands. If you've got a nice Merc, this is the one for you at 3,002. It's going to be provisional at £3,200. Let's see what we can do for you. 174, 145. Best of luck.
Lot 87 is the registration number 50 UV, Uniform Victor. Again, offered on a retention certificate. Nice short number. Steve.
Thank you very much. And I've got a few bids with me at £8,000. At £8,000, looking for 8.5. At £8,000 on this one, looking for 8.5. At £8,000. £8,000 is the bid. We'll try it in two, see if we can rustle people into life a little bit. At 8,000, 8.2, 8.4, 8.6, 8.8 with me. Shakes his head at £8,800. At 8,008, I'm looking for 9. At £8,800, I'm afraid I'm going to have to pass that one. We're a little bit too far away. I think that might be the first one I've passed all day. At 88, lot 8, sorry.
It's all right. Is the registration number SEC 560. So again, ideal if you have a Mercedes of that model designation, offered on a retention certificate. Steve.
Thank you very much. 6,000 I'd like on this one.
Lot 89 is the registration number UAE 15, Uniform Alpha Echo, or United Arab Emirates 15, offered on a retention certificate. Steve.
Thank you very much. I've actually got a few bids on this one. 6,000 I've got. I'm looking for 6.5. Two conflicting bids here at £6,000. Looking for 6.5. I see you hovering online. Are you coming in? Or shall I take this bid provisionally at 6,000 and see where we go? At £6,000 only. Last chance, everybody. At £6,000. We will try for you at 6,000. And that is commission bid 2064. Thank you very much.
Lot 90 is the registration number 5400, 54 Oscar Oscar. I guess perfect if you had a 540k Mercedes, but again, offered on a retention certificate. Steve.
I'm looking for 20,000 on this one. 20,000 to start me off. At £20,000 I'd like. 20,000 I'd like. Who's coming in? Can't go any lower. If you're interested, bid now at £20,000, as low as I can go. At £20,000. Anybody want it at 20? As I'm going to have to pass it. If you are interested, please do phone the office and they will see if they can sort something out for you. Sadly, that one is passed.
Lot 91 is the registration number 75 MMMA, 75 Mike Alpha. So perfect if, like Steve, you're a former mixed martial arts champion. So offered on retention certificate.
I didn't know you knew that about me. There we go. I do have a few bids. None of them are mine. And we can start with me at £5,000, looking for 5.2. At £5,000 with me. At £5,000, at 5,000. I will take this bid at £5,000 for you. And we will see what we can sort out at 1032. And see if we can sort that out for you. Thank you very much. Ooh,
Three updates.
Look at all this. Lot 16, the Chevrolet Camaro has sold for 7,000. Lot 64, the Aston Martin DB7 has sold for £7,500. And lot 80, the Daimler Super V8 has sold for £8,000. The final lot of the day is lot 92.
which is a registration number 3AST, Alpha Sierra Tango. Again, offered on a retention certificate, nice short number. Steve.
Thank you very much. 7,000 I'd like on this one. 7,000 as low as I can go. Internet, if you're interested, at £7,000 only. At £7,000, as I will have to pass this one by. I'm afraid if you are interested in any of these plates, please do not hesitate to phone the office. At £7,000 only. We're going to have to pass that one, I'm afraid, at 7,000. There we go. Lot 93.
There isn't a lot 93, so...
Thank you all very much. Our next sale is...
Well, next sale is March 26th at the National Motorcycle Museum for all those who like their two-wheelers. If you prefer four-wheelers, we'll be back at the Imperial War Museum, Duxford, on April the 9th. We've got some lovely things consigned to both auctions, so if you're interested, please do contact one of our sales specialists. Otherwise, thank you very much for coming today.
Thank you very much.